Coming soon to this theater.
And what up, everybody? It's Brian back for another week of CG horror movie talk, and this is gonna be a good one. Tonight we are covering Texas Chainsaw Massacre Part 2. Now, this can be confusing for some people because, of course, the Texas Chainsaw Massacre franchise has been rebooted. I think now it's on its third reboot. And there were the ones that were made in the early 2000s, mid 2000s, 2006, I think, was the Marcus Nispel version. This is when not Michael Mann, who am I thinking of? Michael Bay was going around remaking every successful horror movie from the 70s or the 80s. And this is a movie that often gets lost in the shuffle, and it is a personal favorite of mine. I think it's really one of the best horror films of the 80s, certainly one of the best American horror films from the 80s. Now, the concept for our stream, in case you didn't know, let me just adjust the camera a little bit, get a little more of my handsome, sexy face in there, my shiny, bald head. Concept is that before the show, I always provide a link that has a link in the description where you can watch the movie that we're talking about before the stream for free. It's always on something that's on Tubi, in which case it's unedited but with commercials, or it's a Blu-ray rip or something, the best I can find on YouTube. But it's always something that's not behind a paywall. And if you haven't seen the movie that we're talking about tonight, the link is in the description. So go and check it out. Let me bring in my boy, your boy too, by the way, Matt Butch Cleaverberg.
What's up, Brian? How's it going, man? I'm doing great,
going.
man.
It's going, man. My housemate prepared some special blue tea for me. Check this out.
Ooh, that's sweet, man.
Looks like Romulan ale, doesn't it?
Looks like an adios mofo. Well, I mean, it's time for the Vines defender right here, bro. You know how
yeah, boy. Oh man, yeah. I think both of my Butch Cleaver bottle openers are upstairs. Unfortunately, I love showing those off to my friends. It's you could open beers with it, but also you could probably put it in a sock and use it as a flail.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, I got one of those, a real one from my my grandpa. It's crazy.
Oh man, like a flail?
I think it might be called a blackjack, but this one.
Oh, or a flat sap?
Maybe. This one was made by a leathersmith that died, and he rode around here in this town back in the 1890s, and he died into the, I don't know, I think he lived almost 100 years old. He became homeless, and he just kept making leather. So he was like a cowboy. And he made a bunch of leather stuff and would just give it to my grandpa because there's always been lots of transients and homeless people here. And one of them was this leather thing that he wove and had a lead ball in it, and then a leather strap that could go around your hand. It's awesome.
Yeah. It's known as a blackjack, I think.
So it is a blackjack.
Yeah, I think a flat sap is different because it's more of a coin-shaped piece of lead. That's in a flat piece of leather. It's
that's the one the mob used more, probably. I think, right?
Or cops.
Yeah,
possibly too. But yeah, those are nasty little pieces of weaponry.
Cool to take with you, when you're jogging at night or in the morning, it's back pocket or something.
Yeah.
Just pull it out and then put it back down on someone's neck,
Yeah, I mean, I've got a sword cane. I don't normally take it with me when I go walking, but there was a time where before an election, shit was getting heated, and I had a friend who was was DJing one night, and he was, moving the stuff from the bar into his car, and a bunch of Guidos rode up. Now, I know some people are like, "Oh, Guido, that's like an anti-Italian slur." No, it's not. Okay, there are plenty of Polish, Russian Guidos. Guido isn't an ethnicity; it's a state of mind. So these Guidos roll up on my boy and jump out of a truck and just start beating on him with fucking ball bats.
Oh,
didn't take anything, didn't steal anything. They just saw that he had long hair, and I guess that he looked like a good victim. He looked weak.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, if a bunch of Guidos think they're going to roll up and do the same thing to me, they're going to have their hands full.
Oh, for sure.
They're going to get a very unpleasant surprise.
Well, nowadays they do the whole Rick Moranis thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Where you're just like walking, and they just want to knock
sucker
you out
punch.
And stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. But the thing is after living in the city for a few years, you develop a radar.
Yeah, you kind of, I don't know. I can usually tell. Well, I don't know. Someone's looking at me or something.
It's what people call a sixth sense. Is really just your subconscious mind picking up on signals in your area that your conscious mind might not be picking up on.
Yeah.
And whenever I was walking in a shady neighborhood, I would see the predators out, and the way to deal with them was just to let them know that you notice them.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's just I see you. And then they'd be like, okay, fuck it. On to the next.
Exactly.
But yeah, once I only had to pull that thing once. It was a guy that was just I think he was trying to lure me into an alley.
He's like,
right? It's like, yo man, I'll suck your dick. Right? Because he saw the long hair and everything. And this is in the suburbs, right? And I'm thinking it's a suburbs. They don't know from gay people here, right? Which is that you never see. If you want an indication that a guy's straight, long hair is a pretty strong indication, right? But this douchebag doesn't know that.
Right.
And I stop and I go shing and just pull my sword out and hold it like that. And the next thing I hear,
it's all shing. You're like, ah! You just hit it just to stop the sound. That's awesome, dude.
Yeah, it was. It's like a rapier blade.
Ooh, sweet.
Yeah, it's not what I would want to use in a fight, but also that kind of a weapon is just a really good way to prevent a fight in the first place. Because if they see that, right, they're going to think, oh shit, this guy's a lunatic. This guy's crazy. I'm out of here.
Oh, fuck yeah, dude.
Find an easier victim.
I'm going to bring it on next week. It was one my grandpa left behind. It's like a Spanish one though, and it's got all this engraving on the blade. I don't know if it's old though, dude. It's old,
Sweet.
Badass.
That means that was something that was, being carried because the person who owned it might have had to use it.
Yeah, it's got some cool kind of like garland on the blade, you know what I mean? Vegetation etched into the blade, you know what I mean?
Oh yeah, like a little filigree.
Yeah, I mean, and I think he hung it somewhere, you know what I mean?
Sim. Yeah. What up, Sim? What up, brother, man? Link is in the Horror Movie Club chat if you want to hop in. If not, that's cool too, brother. Slipstick in the hizzy for shizzy. What up, Slipstick? Oh man. So tonight we were talking about Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2. All right. Most of you are probably familiar with the original Texas Chainsaw Massacre. If you haven't seen it, what are you doing? What are you doing with your life?
Right?
Seriously? It was a surprise hit. It was released by New Line Cinema, who I think the only other movie that they had distributed at that time was Reefer Madness. So the midnight movie circuit. Now, of course, New Line went on to become this juggernaut that produced the Lord of the Rings movies.
Right.
right? But they started out with Reefer Madness and the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. The original Texas Chainsaw Massacre, made by a bunch of film students out of Austin, Texas, and it was, what can I say? It was for Toby Hooper. What Night of the Living Dead was for George Romero. What Last House on the Left was for Wes Craven. It was an instant hit. It got re-released a lot. Like, really? I remember seeing it like as a kid when it was in re-release. Like me and some friends, we snuck into the theater. This is like back when, because they were going to let us through the front door. We wanted to pay. We would have gladly paid for a ticket, but we snuck in through the exit. And that's how you did it back in those days. And man, it blew me away, just like Night of the Living Dead did, where I felt shell shocked at the end of the movie. Some of my friends were complaining because they were just like, that didn't have enough gore, right? Because one of the things about the original Texas Chainsaw Massacre is that it's virtually bloodless. But people who have seen it, they think they've seen things that they actually haven't seen.
Right. Like, I could have swore he was cutting something up with,
Right. And that's not the case. Now, I'm sure they probably would have loaded that thing up with gore if they had had the budget, if they had had a really good effects artist, that sort of a thing, which, of course, they didn't. But... they may do, and if anything, it makes that movie that much stronger,
right?
Because it's so harrowing. It's one of those horror movies that it doesn't play nice. It's out to get you.
Oh yeah, just the whole time, the whole trip in the beginning with like the hitchhiker. Yeah, to me that was like the big thing of the movie. You know what I mean? Like in the Bay one didn't have that. That one, it really set the period, you know what I mean? And just, the
70s hitchhikers and,
the vets and stuff.
Yep. And so this was a movie that was in many ways about Texas by Texans. And what I always find interesting is when you see movies that are kind of about the South that are by people who are from the South.
Right.
And they'll, or somebody, you look at a writer like my man Joe R. Lansdale, right? He's somebody who writes about Texas a lot. And he writes about the ugly side, but he also writes about the beautiful side. And it's like you kind of have to, cover them both. But in Texas Chainsaw Massacre, man, all the message it sends to you is like, don't ever go to Texas unless you're like in a tank.
Right.
Or carrying a flamethrower or something.
Missile launcher.
Yeah, man. And oh man. Yeah, it's one of those movies and also it's one of those movies that still holds up magnificently. And like Night of the Living Dead, like Last House on the Left, its low budget works in its favor. Yeah, because definitely. It makes you feel like what you're seeing is real. And there's a book about the making of Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I think there's a documentary too. There've been featurettes, that sort of a thing. And people talked about how like when they shot that dinner scene, how like they'd all been like up for like 24 hours. Ooh. And they're like a bunch of hippies. They're all
gotta
like
add to it,
Yeah, man. So they're all like everybody's drinking. Some people are maybe dropping acid.
Right.
Like, who knows?
Yeah.
And everybody who participated in that scene were like, yeah, we were out of our minds when we shot that.
Everybody was back then, though, right? In the 70s and 80s and 60s, I know Stephen King was. I heard he was like pounding beers, like had like trash cans filled with beers when he was writing and stuff like that. And
oh, yeah. The way that a little non sequitur here, the way that Stephen King discovered that he had an alcohol problem was recycling bins.
Oh yeah, they'll do it.
When they introduced recycling bins, right?
What the fuck?
And then he was just kind of like, he realized like, oh shit, this thing's full of tall boys.
Oh yeah.
I think I might have a problem. Of course, later on he was doing the coke. That's if you want to see Stephen King plus cocaine, watch Maximum Overdrive.
Yeah, I've seen part of that.
Christine.
I've seen Christine a bunch of times. Maximum Overdrive, I've never seen the whole thing. It was just part.
It's shit. What up, Sim?
What do you mean it's shit? I like it. It's a good shitty movie.
I like Men at Work also.
I haven't seen it in a long time. Well, Men at Work is okay because also it's got Keith David.
It's got Spawn in there and Goliath. Not playing.
Nah, the thing that saved it is the cringy of it. We're making it a B-rated movie type of thing. Like it's you only appreciate for that B movie type of thing, like the fact that you see that big truck with the Green Goblin on it, or there's certain things that you're like, oh yeah, that we always wanted to see this. Now, does it make sense all in one jam? Not that much. Doesn't have to, but it's it's one of those movies that's like you enjoy watching because it's fan service type of thing.
Right.
But it's a bit of a jam, and it's knowing that the actual guy worked on it. You know what I mean? Like it's the first movie that he actually produced.
Another non sequitur, a non sequitur to a non sequitur. Yep. When I was taking that class on writing comics that Denny O'Neil was teaching at my freaking community college, right?
What? Denny O'Neil was teaching a writing class?
Yes.
And you took it?
Yes.
Damn, that's fucking sweet. It's funny. Sorry to sideline, but I think the first comic book I read was his adaptation with Jerry Ordway's Tim Burton's Batman. I fucking read it, but I mostly looked at the pictures over and over.
Yeah, the Jerry Ordway Batman, that was good.
Yeah. I think
they're trying to make so much money off of it right now at DC. Did you see that they did the Batman 89 line?
Yes.
And you have the Superman 76, I think, line.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think that's wonderful. I think that's a great idea. It's the same thing with the crossovers. It is
a great idea. It's just funny that it happens after after everything they've done, they're trying to bring back the, iconic 80s, 90s one.
Nostalgia.
Yeah.
Right? Like as far as I'm concerned, I could never see that piece of shit ever again.
No, Superman was 86, wasn't it? I think it was the first Superman.
No,
I think it was 78.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
I remember going to see that around Christmas time. I was a little kid, and it was snowing, and it was.
I said 76, 78, but I'm not sure, so I'm checking.
I don't know.
No, that's cool. Yeah. But I think it's 78. But anyway,
I'll let you know in 1 second.
Yeah, boy.
You're right. It's December 13, 1978.
There we go. Okay. Thank you, dude. So, I got this thing in the mail like I always do from my community college. Mind you, I'd graduated from high school barely and thought I was stupid. And mom was like, "Oh, you should go to community college." I was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna take college. I'm gonna go take college classes when I practically flunked out of high school." And then I went to the community college. And I start getting straight A's. I'm like,
yeah, that's what happened to me too.
Right?
I went to a continuation school. I graduated 6 months early.
Hell yeah, brother!
Oh, it's just weird. I don't know.
Well, then you suddenly realize, oh, I'm not stupid. All those people that were telling me I was stupid are stupid.
Right? Yeah, I went through something similar. I was the one, they thought I was slow.
Yeah.
But we don't understand how he's getting those high scores. Until they realize, okay, he ain't stupid. He's just bored out of his fucking mind.
Exactly. Dude, my probably the thing I'm most proud of in my life, my greatest accomplishment, I flunked kindergarten. I flunked fucking kindergarten. Don't ask me how. Maybe it was all the purple werewolves I was drawing, because I remember there was an issue of Werewolf by Night that had a black dude who turned into a werewolf, and when he turned into a werewolf, his fur was purple.
I flunked first grade.
Yeah, the funniest part of it is for a while they think that you're a problem child until they realize it. Then they pass you the IQ test. Then Mesa comes knocking, and all
of happened. And I just remember walking into my first day of pre-first, and looking around and being whoa, something's wrong here, right? Because the other kids, there was something peculiar about them. And then I looked around and I made eye contact with another kid who had been looking around with that same expression on his face, and we locked eyes, and like we became best friends, and we're friends to this day.
Crazy!
He lives in Tokyo. I haven't seen him in a couple of years, but we're still brothers.
That's
and cool. So yeah, and then we learned they discovered that we learned how to read really fast, and then they just bumped us up to like second grade. It was like me, my friend Carrie, and this girl named Danielle Sloan, who was just very mousy. Right? She was very quiet.
Yeah.
She was very and I knew her all the way up through high school, and that was just. But yeah, they just assumed that that you were an idiot if you were just different. But anyway, so friggin' RCC.
When you don't follow the flock, it doesn't mean you're an idiot. It means you're a freak.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I couldn't help.
No, it's true. Yeah. No, I always rock the fucking freak flag. Rated F for freak. That's me. Like I got this adult learning catalog in the mail, like I always do. I normally would just throw it in the garbage. This time I got it, and for some reason, I don't know why, I flipped through it, and I saw like writing comics being taught by Dennis O'Neil. What the fuck? The guy who wrote all the Batman comics with that Neil Adams illustrated, like Green Lantern, Green Arrow, and was the Batman editor for like 30 years. Oh, yeah.
Hell, yeah.
And but to bring us full circle back to Stephen King, because one of the things was, we wanted to hear some fucking stories, right? We wanted to hear some dirt,
right?
And he had a great story about Stephen King. He was doing a story for House of Mystery, which, if some of you don't realize, was DC Comics' horror anthology comic. And so Stephen King was a big fan, and he said he was going to do a script, and Denny was the editor, and he was just like, oh shit, like it looks like his script still isn't here. And so he calls King's manager.
Ooh.
And he's like, yeah, he's on the set of a movie. He's directing a movie. And he's just like, I guess I'm not getting that script. Phone rings. He picks it up. Stephen King. Oh, hey, Denny. Yeah, what's up? Oh, yeah. Don't worry. Yeah. I'll have it on your desk tomorrow morning.
Oh shit.
Right? And he's like, okay, cool. He's like, yeah, whatever. Right? Next morning, on his freaking desk, was that script from Stephen King. And he was like, "That's a professional."
Yeah, dude. And his dad was a pulp writer. You know that, right?
I didn't.
What? I thought for sure you would have known that. And he left him at a young age.
I know that. I know that.
He was a fucking. He's a medium too. So the whole Stand By Me thing, that kind of happened to him as a kid, or to a certain degree.
There was a little boy, I think,
and
who
he's
got
seen
hit by
it.
a train.
Some people can. I believe in that. I believe in almost anything. Like anything's possible.
No, I do too.
I think that's probably why he does what he does, and did what he did. But obviously, you take these things, like father was a pulp writer, left him, possibly a medium, bunch of fucking drugs in the that time, probably drama and shit and fucked up.
Everybody was on drugs on that time.
You know what I mean? You get these cool stories. You know what I mean? And that's probably why he could work real fast.
Back then, if you weren't drinking alcohol, doing coke, you weren't in.
Yeah.
Well, the biggest savages at that time were newspaper reporters. Like they were savages. Like they were just heavy drinking dudes.
And by the way, I put something in that DM group.
Oh, did you? Oh yeah, check that out. And let's see. Oh yeah. Oh man. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. Oh hell yeah. Oh hell yeah. Oh, you expanded on this, huh? Mm-hmm. Oh man. Oh, are you animating this entire story?
Yes.
Fuck yeah.
The entire Remember the Name story is going to be animated. Right now, I'm doing animation blocking, the layouts.
Oh,
and
that's so
it's going to be it's going to be in 4 episodes. I'm trying to break it down in 4 mini episodes.
Oh, that's so dope. What's that? Weinstephan?
Yeah, Weinstephaner.
Ein Stefano.
Vitus. This is the oldest brewery in the world.
That's right. Yeah, they follow the old
Weizenbach.
Yes, the old brewing laws from
It's like a dark. It's
1600s
like
or something.
a dark one, but so smooth, man. So smooth. It's like one of my favorites.
Yeah, I might have to crack one too. Sim, if you want to, if you feel like sharing that now, or
you can share
later.
it if you want. I don't mind.
Okay. Oh, and by the way, ID Crisis. I was saying, yeah, this looks like Romulan ale, doesn't it?
Yeah. Romulan.
It's tea, actually. Like my homeboy is like a big tea fiend.
And also,
yeah, go ahead.
That was good, actually. I was just gonna say, I want to add that the voice actors are starting to record their the lines.
That's sweet.
Nice. Oh, hell yeah, Sam.
Yeah, I'm going all out. It might be stiff a bit, like the animation, because I can't go in full frame unless we make a lot of money on my campaign or my
nudge
on my
wink wink.
Patreon. Yeah. Like, dude, I've said it before. Like, remember, it was on a previous campaign. That was on an adverse. If we reach a certain amount, I was going to do an animated. So I decided to just start it. Yeah.
Yeah, folks. If you haven't backed Tales from the Natverse 2, what are you doing with your life? Go back that shit now. The first one was dope as fuck.
Yeah.
Like I always say, I know I'm a broken record. Heavy metal isn't heavy metal anymore. Tales from the Natverse is heavy metal. And guarantee that you're going to have a great time with that. And that's a book that should be doing way better than it currently is. It's like it's not even fucking funny.
There you go. If you want to, I'll show them.
Okay. Yeah. There we go. All
right. That will be the first episode.
Yeah, boy.
So blah 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 blah.
Yep.
Well, this is just animation blocking, so technically it's the keyframes, trying to get the pacing and everything right.
Right.
So this would be part 1, part 2.
Dope, dude.
Oh my god.
I know what this is. I got this.
Oh yeah. I know how this is gonna end too.
Pew, pew.
That's just the bomb. Explosive. That's all I gotta say about this chapter.
I made him bit his tongue this time. Did you see?
Yep. Oh, amazing.
And this is where I'm at with that one. Boom.
Oh, dude. Fuck yes. Oh my god.
That's cool, man.
Oh man.
Yeah, the first Not the Merc animated episode is coming, and the reason why I'm invested into it is I have all the voice actors wanting to be in again. I have Vo Williams reaching out saying that he wants to do a song for it.
Yeah,
oh hell yeah.
Yeah,
we need more of that, dude. We definitely need more of that. I was thinking of Joe King. I haven't seen him in a while with his trailer that he did.
Mm-hmm.
That was like my favorite trailer. What he did with Full Gore.
Oh, hilarious!
So awesome.
Yeah,
dude, I was so happy. Like when I did that first animation, that there was more animators coming in. Like you have Pedro that's coming in, and by the way, he's going to be the first guest on the return of Doodle and Chill on Saturday.
Beautiful.
We're going to have Pedro with Tropical Magics. Yeah?
Yes, he is CG Panama.
And I'm back to doing some fan art.
Hell yeah!
Awesome. God damn, man, so much cool stuff to coming down the pipeline, and.
Man, I was away for a while because I needed to, work, get shit done, and you know me, I go crunching, then I come back.
Yep.
But I'm never away. I'm never really away.
Right. No, but Preston's the same way.
I'm just less active on my channel.
Right. Yeah. Did you watch the movie? Did you watch Texas Chainsaw Massacre Part 2?
I saw it a long time ago.
Okay.
One of my ex-girlfriend was like, her favorite movie was Chainsaw Massacre, so yeah, we'd watch that often.
That's a pretty good.
I'm one of those that didn't like the remake.
Well, I thought it was
the remakes are not bad movies; they're just not the movie. Like they try to make you sympathize with the fucker too much.
Yes, I would agree with that. It was. The first Texas Chainsaw Massacre remake, I was like, it was better than I thought it would be. It was certainly watchable. It was okay.
I loved it. I love it.
Yeah,
I
no,
love
as
that.
a movie,
I
it's
love-
good. That's what I'm saying.
It's
But
fun.
I don't like when they try to explain too much the mystic character. Like, and
Yeah.
that's what they ruin with that one. Like, there's something mystic, like a bit like Michael Myers on that one. That if you ruin it, it fucks it up. Like the same thing with the Friday the 13th remake. I thought it was a
Right.
pretty decent remake, right?
Yeah.
But they
Favorite one.
they went too far.
Right.
They went too far by removing the magical, the supernatural aspect of it by explaining how he travels underground. Like, I don't mind the underground thing that much, but they're trying to
Yeah.
use that to explain how he travels everywhere. That makes no fucking sense
Right.
because it takes a fraction of a fucking second for him to be behind one tree. You turn around, run there, and he's there. So there's
Yes.
no way he can climb down a fucking hole,
Yes.
run there, and come back up before you're there.
Right.
And I'm sorry, that's the supernatural, and they would never explain it. Like, you didn't know, and that's what made the magic
the
of those
problem,
goddamn
though.
movies.
But that's the that's
the
thing.
magic behind
Everybody-
those slashers. You have two
Right.
types of slasher: the supernatural one, which you live oblivious a little bit, and then you have the fucking serial killer. But the
you can't
thing
do
is,
that.
with the other one,
Yeah.
what's his name? Rob Zombie. Everything he fucking makes is it's a trailer park fucking serial killer, and you're ruining it. Like, I'm not saying he's not good. I'm just saying you're ruining the
I will.
supernatural aspect of it. And
I will.
Yeah.
And the thing that really pisses me off about a lot of contemporary horror movies is that they feel the need to explain everything.
yeah.
Yeah.
Or the sympathy with the devil type of thing. You don't have to. You
No.
know, some of them you just have to fear them like they're fucking monolith, a fucking monster
Right.
or something.
Yeah, evil with
Like-
a capital E.
Like, when the first time you see a fucking snake and it sends shivers down your goddamn spine, even though you don't know why, or the fucking tarantula spider. Like, you see a spider and you have that primal fucking fear inside. That's what
Yeah.
those are.
Yes.
You're supposed to
worst
see
one
that
was
fucker in
Leatherface.
front of you, and you're like, that
Oh,
guy
shit.
gives you shivers.
Right.
Leatherface was the one that they explained. I don't know if you guys saw Leatherface with Steven Dorff, but that one.
Are you talking about Leatherface, Texas Chainsaw Massacre Part 3 by Jeff Burr?
Nope.
He's
Leatherface.
talking about the new remake in Leatherface, right?
Oh, no.
Nope. Nope. It's straight
No.
Leatherface. It takes place in the 1950s, and he's a cop that's going after Leatherface. He's not even Leatherface in the movie. He doesn't click until the end. It's a whole like sleeper
Origin
fucking
story.
origin story. Like, even more for me, my favorites were the Mistful remake, that one,
Uh-huh.
and I like the beginning, and I love Arlie Ermey from Full Metal Jacket. He just adds so much. He adds so
he's
much to that.
amazing. He's
I didn't like
amazing.
the one after those two, and I didn't like Leatherface after that, and I haven't seen the new one, the Netflix one either. So there's been 3 after this, the second one. Well, I mean, the beginning is a prequel to that too, And I didn't need to go into further that, but the whole Born in a Slaughterhouse, that was a big influence on Butch Cleaver because he was born in a slaughterhouse.
Right.
So
Like
definitely
Conan
love
was
those movies.
born on a battlefield.
Exactly.
Which I got my copies the other day.
Of what?
But
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah, Matt was worried it was going to take a long time. It didn't take that long. I got them.
I use that Global Post, man. That
Mhm.
it's cheaper. It's cheaper too to ship through there. If you got the stamps.com and stuff, man, it's a lot cheaper.
Good.
It is.
So there you go, people.
That's the way to do it.
Most definitely.
And stamps.com is about $20 a month with taxes and everything.
Me, I can't use it.
Is
Yeah.
it like
Yep.
like a Kanakistan thing?
It's a U.S. thing.
It's US. You can mail like
It's
pretty
only
much
the
anywhere.
U.S. because they're
Right.
attached to all the U.S. services, even though
Right.
they're linked to mine. So if you send something through, it's coming to Post Canada, not USPS or something like that. But it's still only a U.S. service mainly.
And there's no Canadian equivalent?
I'm looking into it. There's one, but I don't know if it's trusted. Like it's not the same when you have like a few people using stem.com or
Yeah.
pirate ship or something like that. And I
Right,
go
right,
and,
right.
oh, okay, that's trusted. I see a lot of people using it. So and then I'm like, I check for Canadian equivalent. There's 2, but I'm like, who uses them? And it's like squeeze. You hear the crickets.
Yeah.
So I'm
Yeah.
like, okay.
Yeah. You want to
Oh, I
be
love this. Love
you want
that
to be
part.
you want to be careful as careful as
Yeah, dude. It's the same reason why I wouldn't trust a fulfillment center I didn't know or people didn't trust before. Like, it's kind of weird. Like, you're trusting people with information, and I wouldn't. Like that's
Yeah.
what I remember with Blood Hunt. Like I found another way around because I wouldn't trust a random fulfillment center, and especially with the horror stories that we heard before. And I'm like, fuck this shit. I trust Beacon more than I trust anybody else that
Hell
I don't
yeah.
know. Beacon,
Hell yeah.
like I trust Beacon,
and it worked out beautifully. It worked out
Yeah.
beautifully, and the stuff that that y'all Ink Slayers are doing, you and Beacon and Scott's, just unbelievable, man. You guys have put together a super impressive team. Oh, and also, Matt, just wanted to thank you for this.
Oh wow, thank you, man.
That's badass.
Thanks for backing.
Yeah, dude. Well, you know, I really enjoyed it. But yeah, I mean, one of the things about the Texas Chainsaw Massacre franchise, notice I keep saying Massacre, a lot of that has to do with me being a Ramones fan. Texas Chainsaw.
I was like, why is he saying that?
Took
Like,
my baby
okay.
away from me.
Yeah, I love this, dude. I seen it once, like I said, like 20 something years ago. I just remember Dennis Hopper being a cool sheriff in there, you know, and totally
Bring it all down.
You really threw it the Gonzo.
I missed
really Gonzo like a motherfucker.
Yeah,
I missed the over the top of those horror movies. That's what made the magic of those slasher. Like,
yes.
I'll never like the boring, how Jason Voorhees got boring because they forgot that it's the hype of the kill. It's like you're supposed like that was a college project. That was a college movie project. People going like, what can we do? Let's do a type of anthology of kills. That's how it started.
Right.
Yes.
It was an anthology of kills, and
Right.
then they came out with the killer, and it's like the most the funniest. Like it doesn't have to be. It can't, like they have to be gruesome, but they had to be funny as well. And that's one of the things that you had those fucking hilarious kills, like the bed one broken into with the guy in it. My favorite one was the sleeping bag on the fucking tree.
That's
dude, that was one of my fucking favorites. Like I remember cracking up so bad. You see it coming, you're like, nah.
Yes, that's what makes those movies fun.
Or you remember when Jason punched the head off of that boxer in Manhattan into the fucking garbage bin?
Yeah, that was great.
Fucking Kane Hodder, man. He was the best. Like,
that's the thing. That's the thing that's missing. It's not realistic. Not everything has to. What, you gonna tell Bugs Bunny that they're not fucking realistic? Duh, we all know that if you put a fucking dynamite up somebody's ass and it blows up, he dies, doesn't come back.
Right.
We all know this shit.
But here's the thing. Modern audiences can't suspend disbelief.
Yeah.
I know I have millennial friends, for instance. They can't watch anything that wasn't made yesterday because they can't relate to it because it's unrealistic to them. Yeah. They can't.
No, the majority can't have fun because the minority don't have imagination.
Yeah, to a large degree. At the same time, I am super psyched that movies like this, that cult horror movies, are getting more attention, that they're more accessible than they've ever been. And my goodness, companies like Shout Factory, Arrow, Vinegar Syndrome, they're fucking killing it right now. Severin, they're putting out these old movies that you would think nobody would care about, but no, there's more of us. We're, cult movie fans are growing. And one thing I will give Rob Zombie credit for is that I guess there are some people that were fans of his stuff, and then they're like, okay, but where does this come from? What inspired him? Yeah. And then they get the real shit. Yeah. Right? It's definitely the same way, maybe when you're younger, you're into a band. Okay, well, who were your favorite band? Who were they into? Who inspired them?
Yep.
Right? Mm-hmm. And you go back and you're just.
But I can tell you, from an artist side.
Yeah.
Right. Like some people will go, oh, your art reminds me of so and so, and I'm like, did they inspire you? I'm like, no, I came out at the same time, like at them in a way. The reason why it's similar because we have the same influence. Like if you have influence like Art Adams, you end up looking like Jeffrey Scott Campbell or the other thing. Like there's always a little something, but Jeffrey Scott Campbell style, I'm sorry, it's Art Adams.
Right. Yeah, I know exactly what you're. I know exactly.
And Art Adams had his own little inspiration. Jim Lee is Jim Lee. One of his biggest inspiration, John Byrne.
Right.
and
Yeah.
Carl Potts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's how
And
people
you can
end up with
see,
their
and
own
you can see
styles.
the, and you can see it when you know it. When you
Oh,
when
absolutely.
you compare the art and stuff like that, because one of the first books that Jim Lee drew was The Punisher, and he first started working on layouts from Carl Potts.
Oh, interesting. That's a great example, though. That's a very great example that you see in the arts. You know, whether it's music, whether it's film, whether it's comic books, whether it's prose fiction. Absolutely. And usually artists will start out imitating other artists until they then eventually develop their own style. Which
there's
is
there's a difference between learning and exploiting.
exactly. And that's that's my fucking problem with Rob Zombie, is that every movie he's ever made is taken from this movie, and he never gives credit.
Hey, all his movies is Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Like if you look at the the Devil's Reject. What was the first one before the Devil's Reject?
The House of a Thousand Corpses.
Yeah, thank you. I
forgot
what was the first one.
Yeah, the first one's more like House of a Thousand Corpses, and then the second Devil's Rejects is more like Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2.
Yeah,
so
but that
consistent in that.
What was the freaking movie where it's the two girls committing suicide at the end in a car?
Oh, Thelma and Louise.
Yeah, that's how it felt to me. I felt like a Thelma and Louise mixed with Chainsaw Massacre. That's how they got the end. You know, it's fucking funny though when they put the song, but it doesn't have the same effect as in the church.
Right.
Remember that church scene?
Yes.
Freebird.
Yeah.
I like his movies though. I like the throwbacks to the I like the old actors he brings in there.
Yeah.
Brian, kick Matt.
But Matt, he's look.
That's three now. It's too much on one show.
But here's the thing. Matt's opinion is every bit as valid as mine is, right? Because they're just opinions.
Dude, I'm just fucking joking.
I know you are. I don't know you are, but I'm making a serious point. From your joke. But yeah, I remember watching House of a Thousand Corpses, and I was like, oh, it's the Texas Chainsaw Massacre Part 2. It's not like Panos Cosmatos, right? Who did Beyond the Black Rainbow. I watched that.
Hold on. I'll add to the first one. I think it stands by itself. Like, it does feel like a bit of a rehash of like another like classic horror movie, like you would say, like Chainsaw Massacre. But it had his own little thing. The first one, the second one,
for sure.
The second one, not at all. Like, I'm sorry, it felt empty as fuck.
Garbage.
The first one, I kind of still enjoyed it in a way. You know what I mean?
There's no substance. Yeah. There's no substance, right? What I love about this movie is that there's mad crazy substance. It's like the first movie. It's a lot smarter than you think. It's not plot heavy. It's not plot heavy by any stretch. But there's meat there. There's like a subtext. There's something underneath. And with Rob Zombie, what he's doing is that he's copying all the surface stuff. It's kind of like how I feel about Zack Snyder's Watchmen, right? Where I'm like, okay, he's using Watchmen as a
watch it.
Oh, you didn't like it either.
No. I'm just kidding. I'm like, watch it. Okay. Watch what you're saying.
Okay.
I'm just
kidding. He's copying the comic. Okay, he's being faithful to the comic. But there's nothing underneath. I'm not saying Watchmen's a bad movie.
It feels cold of it.
It feels bloodless. And by bloodless, I mean anemic. Like, where's the director?
But that was the point of the comic, because the comic gave me that same feel. I'm sorry. Like, I remember reading the comic. The comics gave me the exact same feel. That's why it's like it's one of those really good stories that I liked a lot, but it's not a rereadable one that much.
Right. That's viable.
What I did like about sorry.
Yeah, so like I said, it's the big feel. It's like you feel powerless. It's like you're reading, like when you're reading the comics, it's like you're reading a Cthulhu, like a Lovecraftian type of superhero type of thing. Like, you know that this is not going well. This is not going to end good. Like, you know from the fucking get-go that this is not going to end well.
It's the doom brood.
Yeah. And the movie had that, you know. And
Yeah.
the only thing I think missed a bit was the ending. Like, I think it's sad that they screwed him over with the ending. They didn't want to let him do the actual ending of the comic.
I actually thought, you know what?
But I thought he pulled it off well, though.
Oh,
Yeah.
I thought I actually think that
It still conveys that
ending to Watchmen was always very sloppy.
Yeah.
And I actually think that the ending that's in the movie is much better than the ending that's in the comic book. That's me.
Yeah. I mean, no. I ended up
Keeps
thinking
it
the same.
real.
Like, it's not as epic, though. You know what I mean?
No,
like
no.
It's like Cthulhu, fuck you. At the end of the
Cthulhu
comic,
circumcised.
you know, yeah, it's like Cthulhu,
Straight
fuck
up.
you at the end of the comic.
They basically cut the tentacles off Cthulhu.
Yeah.
Well,
but I enjoy the movie more than the book.
Mm-hmm.
It's stolen. It's stolen from an old Outer Limits episode called "The Architects of Fear."
Yep.
I don't know if you guys have ever seen it, but it's about these scientists who are like, we got to save the Earth because, like, it's the Cold War. There's like a nuclear holocaust any day now that's going to wipe out the Earth. So what's the one thing that's going to unite humanity? Alien invasion. And so they take one of the scientists and they surgically turn him into an alien, and they build a fake spaceship and a fake ray gun.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and you know, I don't know if Alan Moore was intentionally taking from that, or if it was just like by osmosis.
I'm
right?
sorry,
Because
but people give him a lot of credit, like he's a good wordsmith.
yeah,
But there's not much of his stuff that was really original.
no, it doesn't have to be. I
'Cause
think
if you
originality is overrated.
If you look at V for Vendetta, it reminds me of another old movie. It's not technically 1984.
It's 1984 with The Shadow.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but you could say with The Shadow, more with Zorro, I would say.
A little bit, yeah, a little bit.
Because he has no power, so he is the count of not Monte Cristo, but the Count of Capistrano.
Yes.
I think Capistrano or something like that. The original fucking thing. It's like he took from the original thing, turned it real bad, where he gets all disfigured and shit, and took that and took the actual story of the guy, like the historical guy, and he made a movie out of it. He made a story out of it, and it's pretty goddamn good. But when you're reading it and you're even watching the movie, you know you're watching a story that you've already seen before.
Right. And
it gives you the same thing with Watchmen. And he is a crafty little writer. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm not trying to diss the guy.
No, not at all.
I like a lot of his stuff, but he is very, very, very inspired. And every time you read something, it doesn't feel original.
Right. But dude, I mean, it's like I'm surprised at how few people get this. But you know what Six Gun Gorilla is? It's Tarzan in reverse.
I know.
That's all it is. It's Tarzan in reverse. Yeah, I mean, there's nothing
like me.
wrong.
I said before, not is technically a bit Superman in reverse.
Right. Oh, I didn't even think about that.
Right.
Right. Oh, okay. Yeah, I see what you're saying.
Like
there.
In a way, yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, like what we were saying about Rob Zombie taking the surface stuff, right? And perfect. Like I remember I was watching The Devil's Rejects, and you know when I turned that movie off, when Bill Moseley just like runs into that motel room wearing this other guy's face, I was like, okay, bye, click. It pissed me off. I'm not gonna lie. I was angry. I was like, fuck you, right? Because that's taken from a scene in this movie that has real substance, that has real depth, that has real horror, that has real pathos too, right? And you all know the scene I'm talking about because and that's the thing that amazes me about this movie is that it is loaded with humor.
Yeah.
Right? There was some dark humor in the first one, but I disagree with Joe Bob Briggs when he says that it's a dark comedy. No. The original Texas Chainsaw Massacre is a balls-out horror movie that's out to get you, but it has some humor. Yeah, but it has a little bit of dark humor in it.
This one's drugged out. This is a trip, Gonzo style, like you were saying.
Yeah, this is
it's awesome.
And it would have been so easy to do a bland boring rehash of the first movie.
Yeah.
This is like the remake of Invasion of the Body Snatchers, the one by Philip Kaufman from about, I think, 77, 78.
Yeah.
And which is, in many ways, about the original Invasion of the Body Snatchers from the 50s. This feels like it's in many ways about the original Texas Chainsaw Massacre. And then it's got all these details and all these layers. It's very much about also the history of Texas.
Mm-hmm.
The very bloody. Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, also,
little quirks.
Can we give Jim Siedow a fucking round of applause or a fucking hell yeah?
Yeah, he's a great character in there.
Fucking shit, man. The dude is just hilarious.
Yeah, this movie's awesome. It's probably like my third favorite in the whole I guess franchise. I just love the whole the ending, the location. I love the way that the whole the concept of having the radio station. You know what I mean?
Yes.
The character Chop Top.
Yes.
So original. You know what I mean?
Oh,
I
totally.
love that. And you could tell he's probably a vet. You know what I mean?
No, I'm flashback.
Yeah, and then he's like doing all these different like rock and roll influences. Like he's kind of got like a Beatle haircut. You know,
his Sonny Bono wig. His Sonny Bono wig. Remember, he gets all mad. He gets all mad.
He's eating it. He's always eating the scabs off of the hanger.
Yes.
You know, it's so disgusting and out there. And Gunner, he's just doing all. I think he's doing all his own stunts again with the chainsaw, just cutting everything up. And
that's not Gunnar Hansen.
It's not.
Yeah, it's a different. It's a different actor, and I have to say a terrific one.
Yeah, he does. I didn't tell any difference. He did a great job. He was dancing around, running all fast and shit. And oh man, there's a scene in here too. Like from this scene, I think it jumps to like a month later. You see Hopper. He's just in the hotel room and he's just all fucked up looking. I'm like, damn, I'm gonna talk about that on the show. He's just fucking drunk and fucked up and desperate looking when the girl comes in and all those cowboys are drinking in the hotel. You know.
Because the poor guy has been looking for his missing brother.
Yeah.
And we only find out and it's a wonderful reveal. We only find out like at the beginning of the third act who his brother was. And that's the connection to the first movie.
Yeah.
Man, I mean, first of all, Dennis Hopper, who doesn't love them some fucking Dennis Hopper?
Oh.
And he goes full fucking Hopper in this.
I love this scene too. Like,
oh my god, it's
so
it's bonkers.
Cheesy and this like it's almost like the first one on roids. Like Hooper got the money. He's like, I'm gonna roid this fucker up. You know what I mean? And
yes.
For me, that the thing, like, touch on Rob Zombie again. I love the Rob Zombie movies, but not all of his movies. I mean, they're cool.
We'll forgive you. We'll forgive you for that.
I think that Tobe Hooper created a genre, you know what I mean? And like with this, it's like white trash, like carnival fucking horror. Like that's basically what I call it. And trailer park too. And Zombie just kind of took it and he added shit to it, but it's almost like, damn dude, you put the sheriff in there too. Like he did that, you know what I mean? Like that's like blatant, you know what I mean? I mean, he brought in Danny Trejo and Diamond Dallas Page, those badass.
I know. I love.
He
those
just adds more.
Too.
Well, I mean, he brings in the bounty hunters. He brings in the pimps.
Haig.
In the first movie, he brought in the supernatural aspect of the Satan. He brought in the clown. He brought in the horror museum, the fried chicken, all that extra shit. That shit's fun. But it started with the family. Like that was and the second one. It brought in the revenge thing. He said it's a revenge modern horror. That modern Western. That's what he was saying for the second movie. He was saying it's a revenge Western. But it was taken from this. Like blatant, like a cop going after a fucking cannibal killers that are fucking rednecks or white trash or whatever the fuck. You know what I'm talking.
Yeah. It's a genre that's commonly referred to in horror circles as backwoods horror.
Backwoods horror, yeah.
Right? So that would include Texas Chainsaw Massacre. That would include Wrong Turn. That would include Just Before Dawn, Deliverance, arguably.
Yeah, for sure. Probably the first one.
Yeah. Oh, and this is our director, by the way, Tobe Hooper.
I thought that was. I was like, is that Tobe Hooper? I'm like, it's got to be. He's fucking around.
Yeah. He decided to give himself a little bit of a cameo.
And like this movie, like the first one. Sorry.
No, go ahead.
I was gonna say this one, like the first one. This one is of the '80s. The first one is of the '70s.
Yes.
It's totally of that time. You know what I mean?
Yes.
They're time capsules, so you actually are transported back there. You know, and for me,
Right.
like they're just different tones. Like
Very.
again, even with the again, I like the Marcus Nispel one.
Mhm.
That's my favorite one, hands down. Where they got Lobo
Uh-huh.
playing Leatherface, Andrew Bernarski, Zangief. He's playing Leatherface. He also plays him in the second one, which is a prequel to that sub universe.
Right.
Those are the ones I like.
Right.
And just those ones are a little, I don't know, man. They're just really dark, and they're out the fucking like. There's no fun in them at all. They're really dark, like and bleak. And these ones, like they're the first one, it's more than it's a different thing altogether. This one's
Right.
a little more fun, even though it's a revenge movie. It's maybe it's that Gonzo aspect in the '80s thing.
It is.
You know,
It is. It's because it's completely bonkers. But what I love about it is that this was made in an era when there were horror was being mixed more and more with comedy, but it was happening to the point where the comedy was overwhelming the horror. Like, if you ever had like a dish that has like a really tasty ingredient, but then there's too much of that ingredient and it ends up overpowering the dish.
like salt, and it burns your fucking tongue, and you spit it out.
Right.
But
Yeah. My favorite example, the Evil Dead series. Evil Dead trilogy, right? First one, balls out horror with some humor.
Straight up.
Second
More
one,
scary as
more comedy than horror, but still horror.
Yeah.
And then you get to the third one, and there's no horror anymore.
No. At that point, it turns into like basically like a blockbuster from the summer. It's like a summer blockbuster, like where you could put stuff in there like Jungle Cruise or Jason. But I would say Jason and the Argonauts or something like that. Where it's more of an adventure movie where like kids could come watch it and it's not too bad. Which I like. I like all three of them for different reasons. You know what I mean? But the first one is scary. That one's fucking terrifying. The second one's kind of scary. I think they found their footing was in the second one. I think that's like where Evil Dead needs to be. I think like that's the perfect balance. Personally.
A little too much with the humor, I think. But then it redeemed itself with that completely fucking insane ending.
Yeah, I mean, and then the TV, because the TV show is Evil Dead 2. You know what I mean? Like the Ash versus Evil Dead. I fucking love it.
That's what people want. Yeah.
That's what I want. I was happy with the pilot that Raimi did. You know what I mean? That was fucking awesome. But they gave us 3 seasons of it, so I'm like beyond like I don't even deserve that shit.
Supposedly it's coming back. He's coming back on another one, like a movie or a series.
And a video game.
The video game's coming out. It looks tight as fuck. But the movie, it's gonna be another fucking remake. It's gonna be in the city. It's called Evil Dead Rise. It's gonna have a mom that's the protagonist, and she's gonna have a kid.
Yeah, and supposedly it's the passing of the torch that was supposed to happen in the series, because that's what that was supposed to be like. That's why people stopped watching the last season, because it was the passing of the torch, and they kind of shifted at the end.
Yeah,
like at the last episode, they redeemed themselves for emasculating Ash by giving him the big fucking car and thrown in the post-apocalyptic magic world.
Oh, I love that
shit.
Dude,
the ending was pretty fucking sick.
So sick.
If they could,
Ryan hasn't seen it yet, right?
I still haven't seen it, but don't worry about spoilers. I'm not one of those guys.
But if they were going to continue from there, that would have been in.
Man.
Yeah,
I don't understand what's the entire fucking ordeal of changing everything for a woman now. I don't get it.
That's one of the reasons I haven't watched it is because it's new, and I don't want to watch. And it's the same. Like, man, I am dreading. I mean, we all heard about pussified mangina Jason Aaron fucking bending over.
Oh, that's fucking horrible. No, but the Evil Dead's tight as fuck. Ashford's Evil Dead's tight as fuck, dude. That shit ain't even woke yet. I mean,
okay.
Yeah, it's not even woke. Nah, fuck.
Okay.
That shit's tight.
No.
I'm dreading the Conan and the Solomon Kane series.
It's not woke, but they were trying. At the end, they said it, and they were trying to pass the torch, and the fans didn't like it. They didn't like the daughter. They didn't like the idea of the daughter.
Right.
They didn't like who they pick as the daughter.
It's the bestest ever. I'm sure, like a Mary Sue character, she's just naturally.
Oh yeah, she is. She was a freaking woke ditz.
Right.
Like when she comes in, you don't like her at all. Like you really don't like her at all.
The first season's the
and
best. The
I'm
second,
assuming that she's naturally awesome. Like she just could naturally just fucking wipe out Deadites.
The first season is awesome, like you were saying. The second season, it halfway through it turns into Xena.
Oh,
yeah,
Yeah.
because Xena's in there.
Yeah.
Her husband's always has been the executive producer since the first movie. So, yeah.
Look,
No, the thing is, she comes in as the really cool bad guy, but then they try to give her a different role.
Yeah, I'm trying to make her anti-hero.
Yeah, and you're like, oh, fuck off.
Francois.
Then you're like, fuck off. You're like, fuck off.
That's her husband getting in there, like, hey.
Well, that's what I love about David Slade and what he did with the Hannibal series, which first season of which was like flawless, and then in the second season you could tell, oh, the woke shit's creeping in now.
Yeah.
Gotta have it, right?
But
What did he do? He dropped the characters off a fucking cliff. Bye, peace out, I'm out of here.
I was told from the people in the industry that they actually have like a paper to file if they want investments for stuff, right? So if you want your production there, you do have to have a type of woke agenda in it. Yeah. And that's one of the things I've been bringing to people's attention. Netflix all depends on who's doing the project. Because if you're looking at that Amazon there, I really like that one. It was Invincible.
Oh yeah, fantastic.
Okay,
fantastic.
And you see it in there that they were forced to do something, but it's in 2-3 episodes. That's it.
Right, and
no, it's in 2 episodes, and that annoying girlfriend and that fucking annoying girlfriend that they changed.
But here's the thing: when she's saying that woke shit, she
gets called on it too.
She gets called on it, and that is something that character would say.
Yep.
Do you know what I'm saying? So, like, when some people are like, I'm trying to think of, God, what was season 2 of The Boys. Some people were calling that woke, and I was like, no, they were making fun of wokeness.
I didn't watch the second season yet, but I did watch Diabolical.
Mm-hmm.
The animated anthology series that they did.
Yeah, I watched a little bit of it.
Like there's like it's like what like I just said. There's a few episodes that are like, meh, okay, but there's 3 episodes in there that are pretty goddamn good.
Okay.
Yeah.
I watched like the first one.
Yeah, that one's not one of the best.
Invincible turned his best friend gay. I've never read the original comic book.
They turned his best friend gay, and they took his blonde girlfriend into a black fourth wave feminist. Yeah,
gotcha. Because I'm thinking of like, for instance, there was the Chucky,
and the mom did not have that much of a role in there. Like she was the mom, but she didn't have that much of a,
That's to make her more active, right? Because of the Bechdel test and all that shit, right? They also have cultural appropriation committees. Right? And you think to yourself, God, what are all these fucking woke fucks going to do with like these useless degrees? They're creating jobs for themselves and their friends. That's what they're doing.
And I'd like to add one thing to ID there. Yeah, they may have made his fucking best friend gay, but they made him funny as fuck. And he's still a good friend.
Right. Because I'm thinking of the Chucky series, which I had no interest in, but people were telling me like, yo, dude, you should really check that out. And I loved it. And the protagonist in that is gay, but it works perfectly because him being gay isn't the focus of the story. It's just another thing that makes him feel like an outsider. Like, it worked fine. I had no problem with that whatsoever. You can have gay characters. It's just don't fucking take straight characters and turn them into gay characters. But which obviously they did, I guess, with Invincible. But in terms of the series itself, watching it, I didn't find that intrusive at all. It's the ham-fistedness that we hate. Yeah. It's the lack of tact. It's the way they just crudely shoehorn political agendas into work.
Yeah,
it's fucking maddening. By the way, guys, Caroline Williams.
She's familiar, man. Like, I don't know what I've seen her in, but
she was in many movies.
Oh, yeah, man. I think she's
in the 80s. Yeah,
I think she's cute as fuck, man. I have to say, when I was taking screen caps of this, I was kind of like digging.
I think that's a childhood crush.
What was that?
I think that's your childhood crush talking.
Maybe.
Like if we all have that girl that when we look, we're like, okay, she's not the babe, but I still like her.
No, she's cute. Yeah, and always go for the cute chick over the hot chick.
Mhm.
And she is kind of hot, but like in a white trash kind of a way. But that's all right. And of course, digging the Daisy Dukes and the little booties.
They're
and
not
everything.
short enough for to be Daisy Dukes.
They're ish. Yeah, you're right.
They're shorts. Daisy Dukes are like at the
creeping up the ass. Yeah. Oh, dude, total another non sequitur. One of the funniest things, one of the best things about living in New York City was Pride Week. Now it's Pride Month. Pride Week, you go to in like the West Village, you just see like hundreds of thousands of guys wearing fucking Daisy Dukes creeping up there. It's just the funniest thing. Oh my god. Yeah. Oh man. And yeah, and and then there's then there's this wonderful scene where we're introduced to Drayton. and this lady finds a tooth in his chili. And he's like, oh, it must be one of them hard shell peppercorns. Yeah. Oh, God. And there's that wonderful scene where Dennis Hopper goes to the chainsaw store and he lays out all this cash and he just starts grabbing chainsaws. And the old dude's just like,
chainsaw, motherfucker.
Right. And he just starts laying into that fucking log. Just beating on it. And then, of course, he has the two small ones, which he uses like butterfly swords in a kung fu movie. I thought that was fucking genius. He's not going in there with the 12 gauge. He's going in there with the chainsaw. Oh, damn. I'm sorry. Gotta do that. Yeah. Well, who she reminds me of a lot? She reminds me of Marilyn Chambers. I don't know if you guys know who Marilyn Chambers was.
Doesn't ring a bell right now.
She was like a porn star in the 70s. She was in
that's why.
Rabid. And you see, wow, man. No, she's doing it for me.
Sorry, I've never been really much into porn movie, but my knowledge of porn actor's name, it goes to like Ron Jeremy and maybe a few other girls, and that's about it.
She was one of the most famous. Do you know who Seiko was?
Nope.
No? Oh my god. Seika also was like white trash and smoking hot. Smoking.
Mm-mm.
Oh god. Yeah. And the thing I love about 70s porn is that it's something that's a kind of porn you can watch with your girlfriend. Right? It's not like this modern shit where it's all and fucking hostile and shit. ID Crisis mentions Rabid was good, another victim of small budget, a la They Live.
Hey, quick question. They Live, considered a sci-fi horror, right?
Yeah.
Sci-fi horror satire. I think it's more.
Why would it be a satire? It's not trying to be funny about it.
Yeah, it kind of is.
It's laughing at society in a way, but
yes.
Satirical satire.
Yeah.
No. That's what I'm saying. It laughs at the society as it is now, at the propaganda, but the movie takes itself seriously.
Well, it's played straight, which is different. And
like even the fight is like one of the most realistic fucking fight between two guys on screen.
Yeah.
I remember my friends that I saw that with, where we were like, that movie sucked. That fight scene that went on 15 minutes, I'm like, what are you talking about? It was fucking awesome.
Right.
And I have been vindicated. That fight scene was awesome.
if you've seen actual fights,
yes,
that's actually how it goes.
Kind of. Yeah.
It's rarely like a fucking movie where everybody pops out their martial art and
never. Yeah. Except
a punch
fights are usually over a lot faster than you would expect.
Yeah, because a fucking punch hurt. You can't kill somebody with one good punch.
Oh my god, it's so fucking dangerous. That's why my attitude has always been, it's just like somebody wants to throw a punch at me, I'm not taking it like, oh, you hit me, I hit you, and then we get pried apart. It's like, oh, you're gonna hit me? I'm gonna assume that you're trying to kill me. And if I'm gonna assume that you're trying to kill me, I'm gonna try to kill you. or at the very least, make sure that, if I get you down on the ground, that you don't get back up again.
I just said it was wrestling, therefore fake.
The thing I love about the 70s porn. Yeah, no. The same thing with 80s smut, too. And also, the women didn't all look the same. There were, like, different body types, and there was somebody for everybody. There was redheads, blondes, brunettes, and, what can I say?
Chubby, not chubby.
Yeah.
Skinny, not skinny. Athletic, not athletic. Yeah.
Tall, short, right? Once again.
Now they all want you to like the same thing, but be diverse. But be one.
Yeah,
but all be one.
Right. Dude, I would love to pack heat.
Is futile.
Yep. It's assimilate. Yeah, it's terrible. But yeah, dude, I'm actually thinking, of moving to Vermont because they have the loosest open carry laws in the entire union.
Yeah,
I was asking about Day because maybe I was wondering if we could probably do that one.
My buddy was from there. He moved. He said it was pretty beautiful place, and he would talk about these cows that would like go to the top of this building, the slaughterhouse, and they would just fall. Sometimes they'd push them off.
Oh.
Then they'd be like, "Oh, we got meat for everybody."
Oh, that's so brutal. Yeah, that's my thing. It's like I can watch horrible shit happening to human beings in movies. Anything that happens to animals, I'm like, ah.
Yeah.
And let's face it, if you see a cat or a dog in a horror movie, it's not going to fare very well.
Yeah.
ID Crisis is giving us his rule for life and women. It's not the how much, but where the how much is at. Oh yeah, well I remember there was like seeing Pamela Morrison, who had been with the Sisters of Mercy, and it was I saw her with the Damned, and she had put on some weight, and it went to all the right places. Gotta love that, man. What can I say? I'm all about that culo. But yeah, and poor JG, man, he's got a crush on her.
So like this part right here, he's got a crush on her, right? There's that emotional weight, you know what I mean? So I mean, we're gonna spoil this, right?
Yeah.
Gets his face cut off by Leatherface, and parts of skin and stuff, and so comparing that to the Devil's Reject scene where like the banjo guy got his banjo face cut off and then he put it on the girl and she starts running out, you know what I mean? There was less of an emotional weight to it because it wasn't, it was just
none.
Well, I mean, it was her husband, but there wasn't a buildup. There wasn't a buildup. There
wasn't a buildup.
Yeah,
and what's so horrible, and by the way, that's the other thing about this movie. It is loaded with humor.
Yeah.
It is very funny, but it's also a balls out horror movie. This is on my list of horror films that I consider that exist in the deep end.
It's trippy too. It's almost like drug trippy in some ways, in my opinion.
But that's the point. That's the point I was trying to make earlier by saying, about They Live. It's a lot of those very dark horror movies. We're technically making fun of a lot of stuff in society at the moment. At the same time.
Yeah, I agree.
Like a lot of the characters were stereotypical just to make it funny.
Right.
Like it's so on the verge. That's why it's like when we discussed the Evil Dead 2 thing.
Yeah.
Like I also don't like when it's made a joke too much.
Right.
But I love comedy. I love when the serious thing that's happening can also lead to that Joker effect.
Right.
It's very fucking sick, but it's fucking funny.
Right. Dude, have you ever talked?
I like it.
If you've ever like talked to like Vietnam veterans, I got one that lives right next door to me, right? Danny. Love that dude, right? They'll tell you that there are things that you see in war that are horrible and absolutely fucking hilarious.
Yep.
And often horrible and absolutely fucking hilarious at the same time.
Dude, it's like one of the stories that Kirby was saying. It's like something very horrible that you did that you had to do during a war. But when you think about it, everybody, it's funny. Throwing a grenade in the middle of a fucking fight, and the explosion and the damage makes a perfect fucking circle.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Or like, somebody, I remember hearing a guy was in a helicopter and there'd been an explosion and he just saw a cow go, oh.
Yeah. It's just like,
and another example I like to use that fucking Twister scene.
Yeah.
Hey, there's a cow.
Yeah. And
Oh, here's
Yeah.
another cow. No, that's
Yeah,
the
yeah,
same
yeah.
cow. Oh.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's, see, that's the thing. This movie, it's such a fucking, yes. And we have a sense of humor. You know why humans have a sense of humor? So we don't go insane from all the horrible shit in the world.
Yeah.
And all the horrible pain and suffering that we and others encounter. It's to save us from that. It's to keep us
I've said it
sane.
before. I think one of the big problem right now is that they're all trying to insert themselves instead of inserting their real life experience. Like that's the thing. That's what makes a difference between self-insert and writing, creating. Meaning you take stuff from like relationship between you, those people, friends that you had, reaction that you've heard about their freaking relationship. Like let's just say I know the relationship between Matt and his wife type of thing. So I might influence a few funny stories that I've heard from Matt into a character, into and that's what it's like from real life. When you take some real life moments so that people can identify to what's happening. It's not the fucking character.
Yes.
Yeah, it's commonalities in your life that line up with the character you're trying to write, but not
your
actual life story or something that's on your mind about you turning into the character that you're writing. That isn't even yours. It's probably like the public's. The
thing I wrote for Pops for Enter the Chronoverse, I'm making fun of the self-insert in that. Because I do a self-insert, I'm in the comic, but I've got long hair like Fabio. I got a bronze fucking tan. I got a square jaw. I got abs. I got riblets. I got like when I wake up in the morning, it's in a pile of cash, and I don't have one, not two, but three super hot chicks in bed with me. Because I'm like, well, if we're to do a self-insert, then I don't want to be me.
Right?
Might as well go the Stanley way.
Yes, exactly. Exactly. And Stanley, like, he was one of those guys that was, I mean, the whole idea for the Fantastic Four was, well, shit, if I had a superpower, I wouldn't want to have a secret identity. I want everybody to know how awesome I was. Right?
Yeah,
and
maybe.
Well, because look,
I would agree with that.
I
would agree.
I wouldn't.
I would agree with that if you would replace the name Stanley by Kirby. But yeah.
Yeah, no, I hear you. I hear you. Yeah, I mean, I know. The Kirby fans have got this thing. See, you got like the Stan Lee faction. You got the
me. I'm the
Kirby
guy. Give
faction.
the credits where the credits due. Okay, like
of course.
Kirby created most of that shit, and it's and with all everything that came out, we all know. Most of people know it, but if you did your homework properly, you know that Stan Lee was like the Steve Jobs of comics. He's a great fucking salesman. He's a fucking good spokesman. He knew how to freaking sell shit. Right? He knew how to get people involved. I personally think that his writing in comics was a bit gitchy. Like,
of course.
Yeah.
And
I
in the 80s when he tried coming back. Oh my God.
I have more trouble reading him than reading Kirby by himself.
Sure.
Now, that said,
yes.
That said,
yes.
Even Kirby acknowledged the fact that the X-Men was the only idea that he actually came up with. Like the X-Men was actually Stan Lee's idea that he put together, and
And I think this is the thing. I think that there was a special synergy.
And Spider-Man,
right?
Yep.
Because you look at like Lee and Kirby, Lee and Ditko. I think that there was a synergistic thing that was happening there that those artists would not have never reached those heights without him.
Yeah, I agree.
Right?
I had an idea. I had an idea for Spider-Man, but Steve Ditko is the one that gave us the Spider-Man that we all know.
Of course.
Yeah.
Well, like I'm saying, it's just I think it's like have you ever there's certain bands that make great music, but they can't stay together because there's this friction, and yet if they can work shit out, it's that friction that makes them create magic.
Exactly. It's that tension.
Yeah, and it's I mean, I've been lucky with the people that I've collaborated with, because the people I've collaborated with have been sweethearts, have been easy to work with. I'd like to think I'm easy to work with. And it's just like, to me, it's like a fun thing with the bouncing of the ball and, hey, let's just like make this thing as awesome as it possibly could be. I keep my ego out of it, but not everybody can. People get very attached to their ideas, and and the whole my idea is better because it's my idea, which are the people that you don't want to work with. But what can I say? The proof is in the pudding. It's always the final product, that the result of the collaboration that matters. All that other shit could just fuck off as far as I'm concerned. Oh, and can I also say, for me, the greatest jump scare ever. Greatest jump scare
when Leatherface
ever.
comes in?
Yes.
Well, I would say also in the original movie,
build-up.
The original movie, the original Texas Chainsaw, when Gunner comes in, it slides that fucking shit open. That shit was pretty, I think it was on par. But I wasn't either of them, actually. When I first fucking watched them, I didn't expect either of them. Hooper did a good job.
Oh.
Is it just me or that guy looks like the guy that played the Flash?
No, that's Bill Moseley.
I know, but it kind of looks like him.
Yeah, a little bit.
And
after it's probably what he's going to look like after he's been on the streets smoking crack for like a couple of years.
Hey, Sim, he's a lunatic. He's in the Devil's Rejects. You know that, right? He's like the main one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's in all of Rob Zombie's movies because Rob Zombie, of course, is copying this movie over and over again. And I love Bill Moseley.
I love him in those movies. Like, he's cool in here. He created an awesome character. If it wasn't for this movie and this character, there would be no Otis Driftwood.
No,
but I like that character a lot more than this one. This one's fucking more creative. This one's way more original, way more creative in every way. I just like that other one. I mean, it's just something cool about it. But this one's fucking awesome, dude. Like, way more creative. He changes too. The character has I don't know if he has an arc. I haven't studied this movie, but he's always like he's changing a lot. You know what I mean?
He doesn't have an arc. He's a complete fucking maniac. Yeah. This is a family. This is a trio of ghouls. And
there's a quartet though.
There's technically, if you want to,
this
grandpa, this grandpa. You're right. It's just when you see the three of them all together, there's this.
Grandpa, he's still 123 years old.
Nomland. Oh, another shot of that booty. Dead at my plate. Oh, my brain is burning. Nom flashback.
Yeah.
Look what you did to my Sonny Bono wig. Oh,
that's so funny.
Yeah. Sonny Bono.
This movie's a trip, dude. Such a good movie.
Oh, amazing. Dog will hunt. Get that bitch, Leatherface. Get that bitch.
There's so many one-liners in here too. There's no fucking way you could get all the one-liners from the whole family because they're so witty and quick.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
Dude.
You have to watch it probably like 3 times or more.
Yes.
You know, just the dad alone, but fucking him and
Yeah.
Dude, that one scene, him, Leatherface and her, dude, like this scene right here. You know what I mean? That shit was scary as fuck, you know. But she got to him. She got to him though, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and once again, it's like you're laughing, right? Because and then you get this scene, and it's horrifying.
It's scary, dude. It's
scary as fuck. I mean, I was watching this yesterday.
Yeah,
I was watching this yesterday, and I was surprised at how much of this movie I was watching through my teeth. Wait, hold on a second.
Yeah,
blow my ugly mug up like this.
Yeah, totally, man.
Like a fucking Rob Liefeld drawing.
The ending was epic, though, dude.
Yeah,
I wish this movie had a couple more scenes in it, like in the end. You know what I mean? Just for me. You know what I mean? Just like a couple more this and that, like. You know how sometimes I say, I want to remake a movie? I think sometimes I don't want to remake the movie. I just want a couple more scenes added to it. You know what I mean?
And I should mention,
like for me, like personal shit. Like I'd like to see like the ending, like it just kind of ends. You know what I mean? Like you don't know what happens to Hopper. I mean, you know what happens to Hopper.
Yeah. I mean, spoiler alert: everybody dies except for our heroine.
But I like how she climbs the tower. You know what I mean? And then she takes the the sword from the stone, which was Grandma, the stone, right? And then she becomes the king, which was Leatherface. Now she's King Arthur. You know what I mean? Now she's running the show, running the kingdom. You know what I mean? Running England. And she's dancing as him as in the first movie.
Grandma is very much like a pagan goddess.
Yeah, like the Lady of the Lake.
Like a fertility figure, like
the Lady of the Lake when she gives Arthur the sword.
I was thinking of like a satanic kind of Venus of Willendorf.
I see.
Right? How matronly she looks.
Yeah.
Right?
It's fucking epic, dude. It's epic. If they did it, fuck it, dude. I wouldn't mind seeing a remake, but if they put all that shit in there, it doesn't need one. It'd be fucking stupid.
You could never, it would never be as good as this. Because
for me, if I did it, I would just add more shit to it, just more action and shit. It doesn't need it, but I just like to see that shit.
There are deleted scenes.
Oh, really?
There are deleted scenes that are on this disc. And by the way, look at this. This is some fucking bullshit. I think there's an Arrow video version that came out, a special edition, which I don't have. I have the original DVD. This is what the Blu-ray looks like.
Yeah, I remember that. It's fucked up, man. It's so anti-climactic looking. You know what I mean?
And they're trying to make it look like it's the new movie, like it's one of the new movies,
right?
Make
it look like Saw. They're trying to make it look like Saw. Look at all the fucking Saw movies. Look, hey, real quick.
Yeah,
look at this,
motherfuckers, man.
Look at this.
That's why I have this.
Show my screen.
All right, one sec.
When you get a chance, they're trying to make it look like Saw, dog. Straight up, it's probably the same conceptual artist.
Well, what's funny is they released a version of Near Dark that looks like Twilight. And I just think of I'm thinking of like teenage girls buying that by accident and then watching Near Dark and because of all the fucking gore. Yeah, exactly. Yep, there it is. Yeah, assholes.
I'm sorry.
Assholes.
That? You're dude, that cover should have been that fucking one you just had up on here a little bit ago where they had the two chainsaws run parallel. You know, they needed to have the fucking. They need to have loading Gonzo art on there. That's the cover. That's the cover right there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's for the new shit. That's for the new shit right there, which I'm gonna have to get.
I like this genre though, man. I like the backwoods genre, but
me too.
Me, I would even take it like even a step further. Like it's more like, again, it's like trailer park. You know, for me, when I think backwoods, I think more like Wrong Turn, like straight up Appalachian style. Like for me, I'm thinking more like Texan. Like when I think of this shit, Texan, trailer park. Right. But it all started with Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Also, Deliverance is more backwoods to me as well.
That's it's certainly if it's not horror, at the very least, it's certainly deeply horrific.
Yeah, but I mean, like with this genre, you got to have kooky characters, like really weird, fun, like funny shit, stupid shit.
Yes.
You got to have gruesome gore. You got to have some fucking chili going on or fucking some fried chicken. You got to have some food in there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that's the cover. That's the one that I always seen was that one. I'm like, and I remember too, like, what the fuck? How is this Texas Chainsaw Massacre? Why does that fucking cop got that shit all over him? You know,
the extra chains.
Did he even use that other chainsaw, or he just sported it through the whole movie?
Oh no, he impales Leatherface on the biggin, and let's see. Oh yeah, and there's a moment also. I'm pretty sure I got a screen cap of that where we're gonna have to talk a little bit about Tom Savini's special effects in this too.
Fuck, dude.
Where
it's just a lot like the Forsythe.
He runs them through,
a lot like this from Zombies movie, dude.
Right.
He's got this like power, like this God power, like God, like I'm on a mission from God type. You know, I will slay the fucking demons type shit. You know, and Forsythe's playing that.
Fuck Rob Zombie.
No, I hear you. I hear you. But I understand, dude. I mean,
this moment's great because what happens is you can tell it's like Hopper is turning him sideways so that you can see the saw on the other side going
coming out.
That's fucking awesome.
That's a good shot, dude.
Sorry, I'm back. In case you talk to me, I had to go with the kids for a second.
Oh,
and I was thinking too, like, why doesn't he strap up or something more? But for him, it's like, no, it's very personal. It has to be chainsaws. It has to be chainsaws. There's no guns in here. I'm gonna fucking I'm taking him out with the fucking chainsaw.
Yeah, he's taking them out like they took his
Live by the
brother out.
sword, die by the sword. Live by the saw,
Exactly.
die by the saw. Again,
Exactly.
King Arthur. There's a lot of King Arthur fucking shit in here, dude. I'm telling you.
Yeah, there is, isn't there?
You
Yeah,
know,
there
it's fun doing this show. It's like going through memory lane. Like I said, I watched it a long time ago, and I'm like, oh yeah, I forgot about that guy.
I love it
poor
when they put in
JG, man.
cool fucking settings too, like the location at the end. It's so fucking epic. And they're climbing the tower, like, oh, I love that shit. And again,
this scene is especially. Now remember, this is made by Texans, right?
Yeah.
So they've set up shop in a place called Battleland, which was like a kind of like Alamo themed theme park that has
so cool.
since closed, right? And he goes running in. There you've got a big Bowie knife, right?
Oh yeah.
And there's Davy Crockett. And Davy Crockett has blood running from his mouth, right? And they're the Mexicans. The Mexicans coming after him. He's out of ammo. It's his last stand, and he sees the blood, and then suddenly, boom!
Oh yeah, the gore.
This gut pile.
Oh yeah,
comes flying out. Right. Once again, it's just like Stephen King said that every horror movie, no matter how stupid it might be, is still trying to tell you something.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying what this movie's trying to tell you, but this has depth and it has layers.
But every story you do kind of says a little something.
Yeah.
It's a little life lesson or something about life or people or, you know.
Something.
Great sequel to the original. Like, and it's not something you knew you wanted or expect. You know what I mean?
It's like when you watch Arachnophobia, the message was stop being afraid of spiders.
Right.
You know,
stop being afraid of things that can't hurt you.
But they can.
Yeah. But they can.
You know. No, but some of them can. Like some of them are venomous. Some of them are very poisonous.
We got those out here.
I got those over here too. I smash bugs. Sorry, Peter. I don't need a bite of my kids, dude. I'm sorry. It just ain't gonna happen.
Yeah, I mean, I'm.
If they ever come at you, say you eat them too, so you're good.
I'm mellow about housekeeping. I'm very casual about it. Like if I see a spider, I'll catch them and just
that's what my wife does.
Or if they're little ones, I let them just hang out.
No, she saves bugs and takes them out.
That's
smash them,
dude. The only bugs that I smash are mosquitoes, because as far as I'm concerned, it's like, okay, now you're trying to drink my blood.
Yeah.
Now that shit's personal,
dude. As soon as I got like 5 years ago, I don't know however old I was 5 years ago, fucking these motherfuckers started biting me up, dude, during the summer, and it just started getting hot over here in California. Yeah. And I'd try to like work out in my garage and just straight up get on my drafting board because and using the dip pin and scratching and everything, all fucking brushing and everything, you know what I mean? And these guys are just biting me up. I'd get like 20 bites all over my legs, so I can't, I can't draw on my desk anymore outside. So now I just draw them on the board, on chairs and couches, the one behind me. Right. And I was spraying apple cider vinegar on me, and dude, they just come right after me. Sorry.
No, don't be sorry.
But yeah,
I talk too much.
But yeah, Hopper, man. Again, I love him.
I'm sure there has to be some kind of like freaking poison you could put there to get rid of them.
Yeah, there's citronella candles, or I forgot the name of it. Those things, I don't know. I'm gonna try to figure something out this summer.
Yeah, be careful. Don't burn the thing down either.
Yeah.
Guy goes in, leaves like 5 candles, leaves, comes back, the shed's gone. Well, it's taken care of at least.
Well, at least there aren't any mosquitoes hanging out.
Right.
They don't like smoke. They don't like fire. So, oh man. But yeah, with them, I take that shit personally because they're sucking my blood. Then I'm like, okay, it's on like Donkey Kong in that case. Oh yeah, ID Crisis says rewrite the subliminal messages from They Live, but for 2022, what would they say? And go. Well, I think they'd be very much the same. Mm-hmm. Obey. Yeah. Don't ask questions.
Wear your
mask. This is your
God. Get your jab.
No, you don't need your jab. Obey. It just covers it. When you
Yeah.
think
It
about it,
does.
like because if you say jab, it kind of like limits it. So if you just say
Right.
obey,
Right.
It's even more
follow,
now than
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
submit,
you had like Reagan
Right.
back then and
Yeah.
shit. Like fucking
Yeah.
don't do drugs and don't listen to heavy metal and this and that
Right.
type of shit.
And
Which
or
is
play
fucking
Dungeons
weak
and
as fuck.
Dragons.
Yeah, don't do that. And this shit's way worse. Like this shit's on roids. What's going
Yeah,
on?
it is. Yeah, it is. Yeah. So if it were very specific, it would, it would, it would be telling you all kinds of PC shit. It would be telling you all kinds of SJW shit. But you know what? Obey covers it.
Yeah.
And yeah, and that's just like, well, what do you obey? Gee, whatever they're telling you to. Whatever, like what's the what are you supposed to think? It's like I don't pay any. I have friends that don't pay attention to mainstream media because they're just like, well, it's all bullshit and
Because to me,
lies
it
and
adds to
propaganda.
yeah.
But
To me, if you keep it that way, it adds to the dread that it's obvious
Yes.
that's been there for a long
Long
time.
yes, yeah, and the world is really in black and white. They colorized us.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
But yeah, it just it's very there's that saying, the more things change, the more they stay the same. Who thought the Democrats would bring back McCarthyism?
Right?
McCarthyism? Really? Yeah, absolutely. Abso-fucking-lutely. Right? Who's leading the war charge right now for another stupid fucking regime change war? It's the fucking Democrats. So the players change, the roles change. It's kind of like going to see a play where, and they've done this sometimes, where you'll have like a 2-man show and the actors will swap characters depending on the night. That's kind of what it's like.
Yeah.
But it's still the fucking same shit. McCarthy was right though. No, he wasn't. McCarthy was a fiend. Yeah, there were communists in Hollywood, but it's you don't fucking destroy people's lives and careers because they went to one meeting because they were curious. Do you know what I'm saying? And if somebody's a communist, it didn't make them a spy, right?
No, but
it just means their politics are
maybe,
different.
but you cannot deny that there was a bit too many of them that did that. Like it's a known fact that there was way too many that came through. Like I'm sorry,
Yeah,
but
but
the best way to infiltrate anything, like
Yes.
it's a known thing.
Yes.
Through art.
It's not just art. It's through culture, or it's through something that's like that's what they said. Like they never come through the right way.
That's what they're doing now.
They'll come through any way possible.
That's what they're doing now. They took over the comics. They took over the comics, not to take over the comics, but to take over the movies.
Yeah.
Right? So
Yeah.
they created all these lame SJW characters, not for the comics, but so that eventually those characters would end up in the movies. And that's what's happening. The Venona papers. Yeah, those are interesting. I'm not saying but I mean, think of all the fucking collateral damage. Think of all the fucking people whose lives were destroyed. All the great art that we got cheated out of. And that's the thing. You got to call bullshit when you see bullshit, regardless of where it's coming from. And it's going to make life very lonely for you.
And there's been actors saying that they refuse to live in Hollywood because Hollywood is its own little thing.
Oh, yeah.
And it's its own little communist little state type of thing by itself. And a lot of people have been leaving that place because of it. So I mean, if you remember when we were talking about all that stuff, I'm like, dude, if you realize all the points and everything they're bringing up, like from, the age, the pay gap and stuff like that, only reflects Hollywood. Problems.
Well, yeah.
Because it's all been proven that in a real everyday life, dude. Anyways, it's been illegal since the 80s and 90s, I think, for somebody to be paid differently because of their sex.
Yes. Yes.
No,
it's fucking ridiculous. But you look at somebody like Robert Rodriguez, who I know you're a big fan of, and his book Rebel Without a Crew. He talks about how he shot this little movie El Mariachi that was for the Mexican direct-to-video market, and it got into the right hands. It was circulating through Hollywood, and next thing you knew, people were just like, "What? He made this for how much?" And the deals were coming in from all these different studios. He had an agent, and he went to LA and he checked it out, and he told his agent, "Take the deal that makes it so that I don't have to move to Hollywood."
Mm-hmm.
He's like, I'm not moving there. No, fuck that, that noise. I'm staying in fucking Texas. Yeah. So yeah, no, I don't understand. I understand. Man, I can't imagine what a fucking freak show that is. I can't imagine what a fucking freak show that is. And I mean,
yeah, but do you want to be like? There's a difference between people that actually want to act and people that just want to be the superstar forever.
Yeah.
People who are narcissists and people who are artists.
Correct.
Yeah.
That's a good way to put it.
And you do get people who are artists.
Look at fucking Madonna. Fuck.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Yeah. And the narcissism. But you see, that's the thing. It's like, if you're that successful in any field, people are going to be blowing smoke up your ass. And if you start to believe it, the professional wrestlers have the best term for this. They call it marking yourself, right? Anybody that's familiar with wrestling lingo, it's a lot like carny lingo. The marks are the suckers that you're trying to play, right? For their money. And they call it marking yourself because guess what? You're believing your own bullshit. Now you're the fucking sucker. And you see that in any fucking field. You see it in comics too.
Mm-hmm.
You see it in comics too. And sometimes I think people like that exist for the sake of cool people like us looking at them and being
not
like,
just that, it's
that's
like,
what not to do.
you don't even have to go that far. I'm not gonna name anything, right? But
sure.
How many are just freaking preying on freaking people just trying to make it?
Oh my God.
Yeah.
There are industries.
That's what I'm saying. There's a lot of people that will try and come in and scam the fuck out of you or get to make money off of you and stuff like that. And there's a lot of people that are, very, very, very desperate or stuff like that, or willing to go to sell anything, and that's what happens.
And you got maniacs like that too. I remember at the 2016 or was it the 2017 New York Comic-Con. That was the one where I sold I think we sold out of comics on like the second day. 300 comics. I was just like, God damn, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And it was my first convention, so I felt the whole experience was just very validating, especially when people were coming like day 2 and saying, "I've read the first issues of your comic and I love it to pieces." I was like,
mm-hmm.
"Yeah, right."
Dude, it's fucking amazing.
Oh, it's the best. It's the best.
I told you the story when, dude, and I tell some the Zidara 9 number 3 came out. It was the first story I published and not self-published as a fanzine, so it wasn't somebody else, and it was coming out on the Salon du Livre de Québec, so the book festival of Quebec type of thing.
Yeah.
And the guy was having trouble selling, like he barely sold like 50 copies or something of issue 1 and 2. Right. And on that one, you had me and another one of my friends that does like very like gore-ish horror and stuff like that, right? Mm-hmm. And we both jumped on, right? So within 2 days, he sold 250 copies. Right?
Fuck yeah.
I show up there, like I got a babysitter and stuff like that. So I travel all the way to Quebec City, right? All my things. In the middle of fucking winter. I get there and there's a big lineup and they were all waiting for me because they liked my story. That was out like 2 days ago, and I was like, holy fuck.
Yes.
And they were asking me all type of questions, as in, and I
you're
was
a freaking rock star.
I just couldn't believe how one short story, like just the first one of not, and it didn't have that mind blown scene, and it was those 2 pages were cut out because the editor didn't want to go all that, that far.
Right.
Which I do get my books.
Yes. And trust me, people, you want to see those extra 2 pages, you'll laugh your ass off. But yeah, no, that shit's super validating. Although I always give the caveat that one of the factors why like we ruled Independence Alley that year was because we had the only book that wasn't about zombies that
Yeah.
year.
No, you have to think of us as like we put something out and we're like, I hope somebody likes it. I hope somebody likes it. I hope so. So he goes, it's
Yes!
fucking good. You're like, fuck yes, and then you're jumping everywhere like that fucking Will Ferrell thing, punching the fucking cereal boxes in the out.
Yes, yeah, absolutely. Well, yeah, because like I always say, you put your shit out there, you don't know if it's going to click with people or not. You really don't, because they're the reason why everybody else in Independence Alley that year, all the tables around me, why they failed was because they weren't making passion projects. They were just like, oh, what's selling right now? Zombies. I'm going to make a zombie comic.
Were you guys barking at customers or
No.
fans that day?
No.
What makes you say that?
No, that's what I do when I do signings and I do
barking like
runs.
carnival barking.
Yeah.
Right. No. Well, there's what I do is I try to make sure that I'm always like kind of like happy and smiling, which I generally am anyway. Even though I've got depression and ADD and anxiety and all this other shit, I soldier through, and I'm doing pretty good these days. But I try to have fun. That's job number one, is for me to have fun, because if people can tell that I'm having fun, it creates a fun attitude around your table.
Yeah, energy.
Yeah, and energy. And people see your table surrounded. Guess what? It's going to get more surrounded. You're going to bring in more people, right? And there are little things that you have, like, for instance, it's always good to print up little postcards. So if somebody walks by and they make eye contact, hey, want this? It's free.
Everyone gets a hello.
Yeah.
They're free. They're free. Hellos are free.
Yeah, I have the advantage that, I sit down and I draw and it gets attention.
That's cool if you're an artist and you can do that. Another thing I always do is always have a big bushel of bananas. And they're free. They're free. Anybody. Yeah, if you're just walking by and you want to grab a banana, help yourself. High in potassium, rock and roll. It's not like you have to buy one and you get a banana with it.
That's fucking cool, dude. That's cool.
Yeah.
Man.
And another thing too is I always have a copy of the books that are designed for flipping through.
So like you put them in their hand, like that's what I would do too. I would stand up and then be talking and like just kind of hand it to them, and they're oh, okay, that's cool. All right, see you later, bye. Some people are like, how much? And you know what I mean? And
and people were surprised. They were just like, so I can just flip through this?
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, that's what it's for. I want you. I believe in my product so much that I'm putting it out there with full confidence that you're going to flip through it and you're going to want to buy it.
Like if let's say if you're a millionaire, you don't got to worry about work, and you want to make a fucking comic, and say you're a writer or you're a fucking artist, you make like 1,000 copies of that book, and you go to cons all over the place, and you give those fucking books away. Like that's the best. That's like, if you're a millionaire, you got to fight and you build your leadership.
If I had that much money, dude.
But you see what I'm saying? That's what you do. Like if you got money. Like
dude, if I make like 100,000 minimum on my campaigns, dude, every fucking campaign, I'd be like fucking Paludo, dude.
Dude.
I'd have books out like nonstop, dude. I'd hire somebody to help, like maybe ink my shit, or maybe just color, like full time.
I got scripts just sitting there.
Like
dude, I'd be able to hire people.
God.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
God. Yeah.
But it's just
my God! If my campaign was like in the 50K club or
dude,
like 100K club,
I'd hire 2 animators to help me with the fucking animation of that. I'd fucking I already have like 3 modelers. I'd probably hire to do some sculptures.
So you're the creator. You're the writer. Like you get that.
It's a one-man band,
and you're giving that to them. Like, dude, that's the way to do it, bro. Like, I mean, if you ever we're ever swimming in money, dude, and we got like books. Fucking in.
Yeah, without a doubt. That's where we're trying to get.
Yeah, one day maybe.
Telson and Telson Adverse 2 would be out way faster. And
dude,
which is your readership would grow. Like people will come back and buy your book, even though you didn't need the money. But that's not at that point. You don't need the money. You're doing it because you fucking love the story and you can give it to everybody. I mean, we fucking love our stories too, but we can't do that.
Dude, if we were making that kind of money, we would be creating our own labels. We would blitz the fucking mainstream.
Yeah.
We would be like, we're coming.
Yeah, me. I'd have regular mini episode on my freaking YouTube channel.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Six Gun Gorilla video game.
My board game would be yeah.
You know, oh god, toys, all kinds of crazy shit, man. All kinds.
Video game would be fun.
Shit.
I'm thinking like Red Dead Redemption kind of.
Oh man,
that would be pretty fun.
Even just a side scroller would be fun too.
That'd be tight.
Yeah, man.
But dude, that's one of the first games I want to do with Tales and Adverse. I want to do a type of side scroller to change missions. So like you go from running on rooftop after somebody, or you're running away from something. Then after that, you're on the bike and the second player is riding bitch and shooting.
Right. Oh, that'd be amazing.
I want a game like Arkhamverse.
And a
like,
spaceship.
But with the Butch Cleaver, where you're riding around on your bull and you're going on roofs and you could jump off and fly around and then go and fight crime and shit.
Yeah, dude.
And monsters.
Oh, that'd be fucking amazing.
Off roofs and shit and off churches and stuff.
Oh well, I mean, the Arkham games are I love those games.
Yeah,
I've replayed them so many times.
That's what I would want.
And hell yeah, it got funded last night.
Hell yeah.
Hell fucking yes.
Now
congratulations, my brother.
So we got funded, so that unlocked that extra print for everybody. So the book now comes with that Tales from Adverse 3 cover print on cardstock.
Fuck yeah.
So now we're trying to get that 10K and 100 backer stretch goal unlock. So that's the 10K that would unlock the extra story that's already pencil and inked.
Yeah, boy.
And halfway colored.
Yeah, boy.
And that would unlock the 6 a.m. sticker of the new designs that he did. Like not individual. I'm printing one sticker with the gang.
Oh, that's a great idea.
So if we reach 100 backer, then I'll get the first design that he did, the group shot, printed as a fridge magnet.
That's awesome. And I just recently crossed the 15K threshold, and
I saw that, man.
301 backers.
And I'll say one thing too: if you back one of my projects, now before, or you're on the mailing list, now is the time to go back if you want to take advantage of those $50 off tiers. Those two tiers I sent. There's $50 B on Planet 69, and there's $50. But technically, for $125, you get that's a sketch cover with a sketch tier at $100, plus all two covers. The two heavy metal covers plus the prints and everything. So you get like the $200 worth for $125 about 100. Yeah.
Thanks, Pops.
And you only have 1 day left because tomorrow I'm turning them off.
Oh shit! You better bust the move, people.
I extended the extra 30 days now, and soon as the last day finish, I'm turning off those 2 secret tiers. I'm sorry, I told you had 1 month.
Oh shit! Yeah, you don't want to miss out, people. The first Natverse was just so much damn fun, man. I really just enjoyed the hell out of that, and. Yeah, no, thank you for making an awesome comic. And, one of the things, because I don't enjoy reading my friend's work. I really don't. It's the same way, like I have a friend who's a broadcaster, right? Who's on TV every night on like a financial channel. And I can't watch him because I'm just waiting for him to fuck up. Right? It's like you're watching your friend on a high wire, and it's like, don't fucking fall, right? Mm-hmm. And so when Blood Hunt was about like 20-30 pages, and I was like, okay, I can start relaxing. I can start relaxing now. And with Natverse, man, that was just all gravy. That was just a really a fun book. We need more fun books, and fuck, man, onward and upward, man, onward and upward.
And Pops, it should be on his way. Like if you're not getting it anytime soon, because you're supposed he's mailing the last ones, so it should be on his way. Should be getting it soon.
Can you guys just hold the fort? Can you guys just hold the fort for a minute while I get a refill? Thanks, brothers.
Sure.
And I was pretty happy because I'm what's her name? Oh, damn. I should always know. I hate it when that happens. Anyways, a backer in the UK.
Yeah, I got a couple more backers.
She
two in
just
Australia.
just got the tube I sent out to her with one of the original page, and I think it's the Joe Ball original.
So that painting, right?
But it's I think it's watercolors. Yeah.
That's sweet, man. Yeah, I got 2 in Australia and then one in Canada they're mailed out, but they haven't received them yet. And then that's it, man. And then I got one I got to hand deliver to my buddy, probably this weekend, hopefully. So that's gonna be pretty cool. Yeah, man. I've just been working on the new book.
Pops, we can't let you in until he comes back. Pop says it in the back. He'll let me in. You have to wait for Brian to come back, buddy.
Yeah, let me know what you think about the book, man. If you get a chance to it.
Yeah, it's on my to read pile, and it's pretty big.
Yeah, I got a big pile, dude. I think I have like 25 or more books. I'm gonna start reading and doing reviews on.
That bottle opener came out great.
Oh, yeah, thanks, man. Hell yeah.
I was like, "What's that?" Like, I was not expecting getting that.
Oh,
like I thought you put the art in there. So first thing I took out the thing. Okay, it's a poster. Oh, pretty goddamn cool poster. I'm like, so I'm keeping the Wanted poster. That was mine.
Hell yeah.
It's gonna go on my wall. But
sorry.
I'm not putting anything up right now because I have to take everything down because I have to move in the next 3 months.
Oh damn. Yeah, they don't wanna. I'm gonna try to organize my garage and make like a bat cave in there, but I don't know. It's kind of hard. There's a lot of mosquitoes and shit, but that's what I want to do. I want to work out there and start creating again. It's fun to get on the drafting board, man. There's a lot you could do. Because I don't know. I like to draw on the drafting board, man. It feels great.
Well, the first thing I can't wait. Like, hopefully we find a big enough place because we have to move. So hopefully we'll find a bigger place.
Yeah,
not smaller. If you get my drift.
No, I hear you, man. I'm
because I hope I'll find like a bit bigger so I can start 3D printing.
Are you thinking about coming over here? Or are you going to stay up there?
I would love to go over there, but I don't have the funds to make a big move like that, dude. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. If I would make 100K on my campaign, that would change my entire fucking life.
Where would you go if you had the choice to come here? What state would you go to?
Oh, that's a hard question. I haven't figured it out. There's multiple plays, but obviously every time there's one of my friends that's in a place and they sell it to me, so there's multiple plays I'd like to go at this point.
My best friend, my guitar player, that does like the music for my campaigns, he just fucking bounced to South Carolina. He just left California, just boom, got a new job out there, bought a house, he's gone, you know.
Like I was thinking, like one of the places that we thought that we were thinking is where Chris Fisk is.
I don't know who that is, but
Infinitel. I'm trying to remember where he's Winchester was. Not too far from here.
Oh, okay.
Like it's in the U.S., but it's not too far from here, like from the border.
Yeah, and then there's some places in like upstate New York.
Also thought of staying in Canada until I can make the big move, but trying to get closer to the border.
Everyone I know, they moved to Arizona, and then everyone in California moved to Texas. Most people moved to everyone I personally know, like that, my coworkers and friends, they fucking moved to Arizona. It's crazy.
I know a lot of people have moved there too.
Arizona?
Yeah, it's hot as fucking fuck though.
I heard it's bad.
Hey, Brian,
you gotta wear gloves when you drive.
What up, brother, man?
Pops is in the back. He wants in.
Who's knocking at my back door?
Knock, Pops.
Just
knock,
crackle,
Pops.
Just let him. I could just let him hang out for a bit, just to fuck with him.
What
up, Pops?
He's here to snap, crackle, and pop.
Ever since you got up and walked away.
Sorry, man. That time.
Arizona thing from somebody who lived there for 35 years. If you're going to Arizona, stay up in the mountains. Don't go down in the valley. It's
Sedona, right?
Ugly and hot and horrible.
Sedona's cool, right? What about Sedona?
I lived in Phoenix. I lived in Phoenix for 35 years.
What about Sedona? You think that place is good?
Yeah, that's nice. That's up away from it. Just get up out of the valley. Don't be down.
Trust me, I had no intention of going to New York. I've been telling Brian to get the fuck out of there.
Oh, I'm planning on it.
Oh yeah.
Once I get the shit sorted out with the house.
Yeah, everyone wants to move that lives up there. Like,
Yeah,
'cause I was
yeah,
thinking,
yeah.
like,
It sucks.
upstate's got a lot of nice fucking colonial looking picture.
Like Dargo wanted me to go to Vegas. I'm like, I don't think so.
Vegas.
My
Vegas is a
boss
place
there.
like it's cool to visit, but after
You gotta
2
stay
days,
inside.
you're like, you want to get the fuck out of there.
But
'cause it's
around
just-
Vegas.
If you go to the casinos too, I mean, you guys probably been to Vegas, but fuck, dude, that shit could get you like
Dude,
fucking
I
nasty.
am
sick.
I am
Like,
not a
talking shit up
fucking
from all the
I
smoking
am
and
not
stuff in there.
I'm not a gambler guy, and I'm not a sport guy. So no, like I play sports, I don't
Yeah.
watch them, and I'm not a gambler. I'm the type of guy that went to the casino with my friends. I walk in with a pot to play and a pot to win. So I play the money that I play, and I have my winnings.
That's what I do.
Yeah,
I take
yeah.
money to lose. I take money to lose when I gamble.
Yeah.
Right.
That's
yeah.
it.
What you
And
do
I like-
is you set a limit for yourself.
Yeah.
And you say like my limit is $200 because what's that? That's a night out in New York City.
Yeah, that
Right.
makes sense. Yeah.
So,
You
like,
get the fuck out of there.
Then you get the fuck out of there,
yeah.
and you just treat it like a night of entertainment. That's it. And
Yeah.
Mhm.
but some people obviously have problems.
Oh, dude.
Yeah.
I know it's a change of subject, but
No,
it's just something that I got an announcement going. Oh, the Comic Con is coming back to Montreal because the mandates dropped a bit, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
So now they're starting the Comic Cons again. I am like, oh, cool. Maybe I'll get a table. I'm like, I'm gonna check how much it is, right? I didn't the exhibitor. I'm like
Yeah.
I'm like, I could get some of my friends to either come down here maybe, or
Yeah.
send you some of your shit.
How much is it?
$750.
Yeah. It was $900.
Then I'm like-
and I was like,
I'm like, fuck, and that's just a single fucking thing with no display,
I was like-
no display, no nothing almost. And I'm like, okay.
Plus-
And I'm
plus
like,
internet.
just the artist alley.
yeah, just Otter Jelly. Plus internet.
It was
$100 a day.
$475. I'm like, fuck.
It was $300 when I went, and I sat next to Marv Wolfman directly.
No
And,
shit. What's he
yeah.
like?
He was cool. He was kind of
paying
pissed though,
$300 for a table.
because nobody. I paid
He's
$300
getting
for a
his
table
bleed off.
for each day, and I sat next to him. I'm like, hey, dude, Blade's fucking awesome. Deathstroke's awesome. My one of my best friends bought me a Blade by him. For
I
like
grew
$100
up reading his comics.
and my buddy kept walking behind him, and he was a little on edge. Like there wasn't that many people. It was mostly just people that were cosplaying, where they were acting as those characters. Like you had Edward Scissorhands like walking around, like thought he was
God.
Edward Scissorhands and shit. And my buddy walked behind him. He's like, "You go behind me, I'll kill you! I'll kill you!" Like he kept saying that shit. I was just like, "Oh fuck."
Like for real?
I don't know, but it was funny as fuck. I was like, "This shit's funny as fuck." Because my buddy just, he's my homeboy. He's going there.
Yeah.
He's barking too, because I think you gotta have your homeboy there like barking with you.
You have to have-
stand up, or he's like, just Matt Burke draw, like Sim was saying, fucking draw Matt Burke.
One of the things that I've always wanted to do is a stream where people who are experienced with conventions come on and give advice and take questions and mentor the people that have never done conventions before. Because that's information that's useful. And we all remember what it was like working our first convention. And somebody taught us that shit. So we need to pass that shit on.
I remember going to those Comic Cons, dude, starting in 2010 or something, 2010, right? And they were like 125 a table. They went up to 150. Then at a certain point, when they started having their more of the cosplayers coming on, like those special events and stuff like that, they went up to 250. But still, then you were treated like you were a guest, like you were this. They were checking on you, brought you water or something.
Oh, no, not.
And then after that, they went up to like 350, and then you treat them like shit.
Right.
Yeah,
You just like count yourself like you got a fucking table. You're like, what?
Right.
And I got there, and they're like, "You got to pay for the internet."
Yeah, you have
And
to
I'm
pay
like,
for
oh my
electricity. You
God,
have to pay
dude,
for this. You have to pay for that. Yeah.
I was
Well, they
crying
made
'cause
us
it was
pay for
$300 a day.
chairs.
Yeah.
No, you got 2 chairs. If you want more, you have to pay for
two
them,
chairs, and then
Right,
like
right,
that white
which is
pull-out
not-
table.
which is like at $50
I
to
bring my own.
$75 a pop.
Right.
You got to
which
do.
is-
You got to
I bring
split
my
it.
own.
You got to go with
You
somebody
can't.
else. That's the only way you could do now. you
You
can't.
can't bring your own chair.
That's
Oh, no, you can't.
yeah.
No,
Fuck yeah.
no,
They could go
you
suck
can't do
my
that.
dick then and gargle
Most of
my
them you can't.
balls.
But you
Yeah,
got to go
because-
halvesies on tables now. That's the only way to do it. Like theoretically, like Sim would come down here. We go to Long Beach, California.
Right.
You pay for half is Sim or half is Ink Slayers, half is Rune Cutter. You know what I mean?
You know that's what I wanted to do with
That'd
the
be the only way
Red
to do
Label
it. You know what I mean? Because it's
and
too
then they'll
much
come up
now,
with
dude.
some bullshit rule that won't allow you to do that once people start doing it.
But
But
that's
Yeah.
what I wanted to do in the end game with the red label
will.
thing. I wanted to be able to run like a kiosk of the thing and invite everybody. Like everybody is
brilliant.
welcome to come at the fucking table because it's red label and anybody that's indie come and promote.
fuck
No,
yeah.
that's brilliant. You
Yeah,
can
yeah,
have
yeah.
people like sitting down and shit.
Down
Like,
the
you
line,
could
down
do-
the line.
You could figure stuff out, you know, like because there's people that like go around. Like there was a dude that was like, like some critic guy. He was
Mhm.
walking around. He's like, "Hello, good sir." He tried to act like a distinguished gentleman, and he was like, "I've been here and I do a bunch of shows, but I wanted to know, can I have your other table or can I have your other chair?" And I'm like, "I don't know, man. You know, I got my buddy right here. I can't really rent it out or nothing." But there's people that do that. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
They don't want to pay the full amount, and I understand. You know, because back then 300 was a lot. Now I'm like $900. I can't afford
Dude,
that.
Even Chris, like we had a discussion. Like Chris,
still around, yo.
Chris was thinking of doing the same thing, like trying to get like we discussed it, right? That he could go around and he back so many goddamn books, right? And you're like, he could go around to freaking cons, rent himself a freaking table, and technically represent everybody and sell some people's book.
Yeah, you could do a CG table or a
Yeah.
ink, you know what I'm talking?
I already
Like
started collecting. I got a
idea.
retail tier from Ed Gein. I got some stuff from a few other books where I have more than one. So if I do get to the point where I have a madness table, I'm gonna be able to sell everybody's books too.
yeah, and then give Pops a cut. Boom.
Yeah,
Well, I
That's
mean,
what's up.
these are ones I already
Hell
paid for, so they're mine. I can do what the fuck I want with them. But yeah,
But it's cool. Like for
I'll
me,
sell books for you guys.
I would
too.
like to go and break even. That way, it's a networking experience and
That's
a
the
readership
point.
growth experience. That's for
Yeah.
me why I would go.
Everything
You know
I
what I mean?
do.
yeah. You don't. You know. I mean, if I ever made money at a convention, it was like a couple extra bucks. It's all about breaking even.
Yeah,
Really.
breaking even was sweet.
But look at me and Beacon. What we do is I send him 10 books. He sends me 10 books. We trade.
That's
There you
awesome.
So when I go to a con, I have more things to do.
Right.
to sell, you
and I
know,
just went on a show that we never heard of before.
What's
You
that?
guys ever heard of the Comic Book Club YouTube channel? Or
No.
No.
that's because they broadcast on Crowdcast.
I have no idea.
First
what
time
that
I
is.
ever been on the platform, but they got like
They cool or
12
what?
followers.
Are they cool?
Well, they seem to be pretty cool. I mean, we didn't have a lot of time to go into any kind
Yeah.
of stance
type
or
of shit?
anything like
Yeah,
that. But
yeah.
we went out there, promoted Smokes the Fox.
No,
But it was a channel and a platform I never heard of before.
that's what's up.
So
That's
I go
what
with
everybody
it.
needs to do, you know?
They broadcast on this Crowdcast platform, but then they like go ahead and play it over on YouTube too. But you can
That's
tell
good.
they don't really like monitor the YouTube chat. But they got
Mm.
12K subs on YouTube too.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
It's like where
Which is
they
the thing
been,
is,
you
dude,
know?
like, you know, there's hundreds of us. There's probably about a couple hundred of us in CG and adjacent,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
We all need to get our books out there to as many eyes as possible, no matter what way we do it. It needs
Exposure
to be
is
out there.
Yeah. Exposure is our greatest challenge.
Yes.
Yeah, we just went out there. I never met these guys, didn't know who they were, nothing, you know. And Mike couldn't go out there with Justin, so I was like, I'll go be your Mike Barron. I'll talk about, you know, whatever you forget or whatever. You know, it's like I think he didn't say. I mean, he ran through what he wanted to say, and then I was like, and don't forget these awesome artists that were involved in this. You got Parrott, you got Gerhard, you got Tim freaking Vigil. Yo, don't forget.
but like I
all
was saying
these
before,
guys,
like-
you know, 'cause they always ask questions focused on Mike.
You know, Brian Pulido has that advantage that he got to a point where he has a freaking social media team. He has a freaking he hires a freaking advertisement team. Like that's all in that's all in my plans, dude. Like I know our little promotion firm that's what they do. They take care of freaking social media, make sure that there's advertisement and this, and they plan your freaking things.
And here's one of the things about working for the majors: they don't promote your shit.
No.
Right?
Look
you
what happened
still
to
have
fucking
to
Batman.
fucking hustle.
Look what happened to Stronger Murphy's Batman. It sold out because they didn't fucking promote it. The third one, I was watching that Perch video today. He was talking about that shit. He was saying that shit fucking sold out. That Batman Beyond Gordon Murphy one, I guess they didn't promote it, and it sold out like that because DC didn't fucking promote it. And I guess people liked it. Now it's a big old sought after book. You know what I mean? Crazy, dude. You know?
They probably now. I don't know why they wouldn't promote it. I mean, it must not have been woke.
Yeah,
there
maybe
you go.
not. Probably not. Not enough.
But you either submit or you don't. It's how it works with them.
Yeah, and he tiptoed, fucking crowdfunding, like, in circles, and they probably weren't too happy about that. His little endeavor, his little vacation from DC for a spell. They're probably, like, okay, you can come over here, but no, again, bro,
I mean,
no promotion.
I wanted to back it, but $40 shipping.
Ooh, $40 shipping.
That's wow.
Whoa.
He's introduced him to RJ.
Yeah, there's like two, three big name guys that for the book you have to pay $40 shipping, and I'm like, ouch, I like you, but
yeah,
thank
not
you.
$40
You gotta wrap it in
shipping.
gold toilet paper, big dog.
Like you.
No fucking way.
No. I could get Matt to fucking buy it. I could get Matt to fucking do it, ship it to me, and it cost me less.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Strap it to a rocket to Mars or something. Gold toilet paper. The fuck you
No, dude. I am aware of why. Probably because they do the quick check.
Oh,
because it is, dude. I went to mail those packages for international and stuff like that. Like my US, I shipped them like directly through Purelator. Oh, I have to contact them too. And
peace out, ID.
I sent them there, but there was some international shipping that they wanted to charge me between like $56, and that's not even including like shipping, $60-something dollars. And I'm like, whoa. And that's priority mail. And I'm like, can we have any lower? And they go, yeah, we could do the land or boat thing. And I'm like, well, how much is that? 20-something? Like, let's go with that.
Fuck, dude. And I'm thinking too, like, in my next campaign, I'm gonna launch in like fucking 20,000 years from now. Like, I'm trying to bring the shipping down, but how the fuck can I bring it down when things are always fluctuating all the time? You know what I mean?
Yep.
That's the thing with the conventions. Are they coming back this year?
They're starting. That's what I'm saying right now. Like even here in Montreal, they're starting. It says in July.
Yeah, they're coming back. They're coming back in September and August. Like Long Beach Comic Con's coming back.
Mm-hmm.
I did an East LA one. That one was fucking fun. that was when I told you the guy that the creator of Castle Freak and Puppet Master. That dude,
Charles
he was
Band.
there. He was there. It had to have been him. Like if you show me a pic, and it was just cool. It was in like this old like movie theater, like in fucking old East LA. Like the place was old architecture. Fucking cool, dude.
Yeah. I love places like that.
It was $100 too for a table. I think $130. It's fucking.
Oh, that's awesome.
Most people though, they weren't selling comics there. I'd say about 80% they were selling prints and stickers.
This is what I like about the East Coast Comic Con. The East Coast Comic Con is a small convention. It's in New Jersey. It's around the same time as the New York Comic Con, but not so close, right? And they're focused on comic books. So you go there, and also indie promoters too. And like I said, it's one of the smaller conventions, but it's like one of the good smaller conventions. I mean, obviously you got, a lot of the vendors area. It's those used to be so cool. Now it's all Funko Pops.
That shit's not so fun, though.
The band. Oh man, dude. One of the things I loved about the New York Comic Con and having that badge got me to the front of the line at the Bandai booth.
That's cool.
Oh my god, and Sim knows what I'm talking about. Bandai.
I gotta go, guys. We got a plumbing
Peace out,
emergency.
Pops.
Hey, Pops, where's a Cromniverse at right now? How much more do you guys need?
Oh, we're only about 25% funded. 37 backers. It's rolling along. But CromCon sign up.
We'll get her there. Man.
Get your spot in CromCon. I'm telling you that right now. Get your spots.
Most definitely. Yeah, I got your message. I got your message, Pops. So yeah, I'll definitely be popping in there.
All right.
All right, brother, man. Good.
Yeah, we got water everywhere. I'm good. I'll talk to you.
Okay, peace.
Peace.
Hope he's not like getting flooded out.
Oh man.
Hopefully not.
But yeah, I mean, oh god, I would love for conventions to start coming back. Would love to start actually meeting some of you motherfuckers in the flesh. A Gesundheit, by the way.
Oh, that was not me.
Oh, I know. It was good Gesundheit to whoever it was that just sneezed.
It was one of the girls.
Okay. It's always like Gesundheit.
In case people didn't believe I had kids.
Yeah, right. Oh man, dude. I can imagine. How cool of a father you must be.
I try.
Yeah, no, that's
I
the
try,
point.
but I've been a bit of a workaholic lately, so I need to try and unhook a bit more from the work and spend more time with them. But
Yeah.
You
But
can tell me. Yeah,
I try my
I know what
best.
you're saying, dude. Trust me, I'm the same way. I gotta, I gotta spend, and it's about those
Like if I don't grind, they don't eat.
core memories,
Get my drift?
yeah,
core memories, quality memories. You know what I mean?
yes,
Those are the
yes.
main ones, and they're hard to make
And
sometimes.
I have
Yeah.
to say that they probably don't watching, but they're not perfect kids, but they're good kids because
Right.
they know what I'm doing.
Hey, everyone,
And nobody's perfect.
No one's perfect, nor should they be.
No, exactly. Well, if you're perfect, then you're not. We would lose our
And
humanity.
we try every week to spend like at least one night, like we watch movies and draw.
That's fucking awesome. If
That
you're even
is.
doing that,
Yes.
Mhm.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's the fact that you do care, and it's the fact that you that you give a fuck. I mean, that's
dude,
90% of the job.
when I don't get to spend time with them, I kind of miss them. And
course.
even when I work, like I at least like 10 times a day, I get off my chair, I go see them, all of them.
Yeah. I think with like for you probably work about 16-hour days, right, Sam?
If not more, yeah.
If not more, at least 16 hours, right?
Mm-hmm. I'm always at my desk almost.
Do you find that like breaking away every 2 hours, is that generally like what you do? Like do like a little break every 2 hours?
I try every 2 to 4 hours. Yeah.
That's what I hear. Like people that like a lot of artists at work, they do that.
Yeah. I unhook and I binge watch shit and listen to music. Yeah.
What I do is I work maybe about 4-5 hours a day. And during that time, I get up about once an hour and go and do some exercise. Nothing like severe, but I'll go upstairs and I'll do some push-ups. And an hour later, I'll like go upstairs, I'll do some squats. Or another hour, I'll go and do sword stuff. And then so on and so forth. Just because it's important for people like us to actually move.
Oh, hell yeah,
you don't want to end up like Tom Sutton, like one of those dudes that's just like, they dies when he's like, in his fucking 50s.
But that's what I'm trying not to do right now.
Yeah.
I'm going to be like 100 and something years old. I want to be 120.
With everything in COVID, I haven't been active, so I'm trying to change my bad ways, you could say, after all this, and it's not easy.
No, it's not. But I mean, that's why I always recommend the mini workouts like that.
No, you're right, 100%.
And they've done research.
That's what I do all the time. I used to always have my dumbbell, my chin-up bar, and
right.
Those push-ups, though, bro.
Kung Fu push-ups. I got the Kung Fu weights. Fun shit.
I thought that to my older kid Logan, and within a few months, he went from being about as chubby as fat as my older kid, my younger kid right now, and he went to being fit as fuck, and within a few months.
That dude, what's his name? Pat
Like
Max.
it's all about reducing your portion and your sugar intake, your soft drinks.
Oh my god.
Oh yeah, totally.
Yeah.
And doing those little extra exercise, like you don't have to do much.
No, you really don't. And I go for a walk every day, a half an hour walk. Like a
just get your blood vessel go pumping.
Yeah.
Right. Because what we're doing, it's not a healthy lifestyle.
No, totally. That's why a lot of people like they get problems and they pass away. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because they're at the desk for 16 hours. You gotta break away and you gotta go do shit. You know what I mean? That 2-hour thing's cool. You know what I mean? Even if you go fucking run an errand and come back. But those push-ups, dude. Push-ups, an hour a day of walking too. Push-ups work everything, dude.
Oh yeah,
everything. You can push-ups
work works your entire like upper body.
See, my kid just walked in and brought me supper.
Oh, there you go. Good kid. Good kid. Hail Sims kid.
Yeah, he takes care of supper almost every day.
Oh, that's awesome.
That's cool, man.
Oh man. Or the time that you told me that you got 6-gun and your daughter went yoink.
Yeah, she did that. She did that to me. She did that with your book and Vinny's.
Oh wow. And she wants to be a colorist, right?
No, she wants to be an artist, but she wanted to do my colors eventually.
Oh, dude.
Cool, man.
Oh my god, can you imagine that?
Yeah, and she's getting old enough that we're talking about one of the things she wanted to do is streams with me.
Oh my god! Oh my
And
god!
I
that would
said
be amazing.
not until you're a certain age,
Right.
Right.
Hell yeah!
and you prove to me that you're mature enough, and you're not gonna get going el loca.
Because she is a teenage girl after
And
all.
she is Latina.
Oh snap! Oh snap!
So I'm like, so you don't go el loca, Oh my god! And she looks at me and she goes like, yeah, because she she's been part of some discords and stuff, and I'm like,
Yeah, well,
she's seen how people can get, and I'm like, I don't like, me and her dad were like, we're not liking it. But she got her shit straight. So right now we're talking about maybe very soon we might start doing the Sim and Ali streams.
Oh, that'd be awesome, dude.
She was thinking of joining Judo and Chill eventually.
Oh, that'd be great. And then also she'd be have a great opportunity to practice her art and actually get like live feedback from not only you but the other artists present.
Yeah, but now we're still trying to get her to show us all her shit. She still has trouble showing off her art.
Oh, okay. That's understandable.
But you know what's fun though? The second one,
Yeah.
the second one's also into art now.
Yeah.
So the two girls are drawing pretty goddamn good manga shit. I'm like,
Nice.
I feel like a proud little Mr. Mom here. I look at my boys and I'm like, guys, when are you gonna make Dad proud?
Yeah, when are you gonna get with it? Oh man, that's
they know I don't care. I just want them to be happy. And
of course. Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
Yeah. No, of course. It's not like, in Japanese society where it's like you do what your father did, and not only do you have to be as good, you have to actually be better.
No, I just want them to understand that no matter what you fucking want to do, you can do it as long as you put in the hard work. If you're just in there hoping for that somebody's gonna find you, hoping for the best that one day it's gonna happen, you're never gonna fucking
No, you have to bust your ass.
And people, we can't all be like you. I go, I'm talking from experience. Fuck off.
Especially with comics.
Right.
Yeah.
I had to learn it.
We got to bust our ass. I know I do. Like
we have to hustle,
it's gonna be a lot
man.
Of, like you got to that 15K. Like that was your last campaign. You got 15K too, right?
No, about 20.
20? Oh, okay. But 15, that's fucking cool, dude. You know what I mean?
It is. And I'm really, really grateful for that. Make no mistake.
Fucking hustling, dude, pushing, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's awesome, dude.
And it's time that I would rather spend creating, but it's part of the job. It's one of the things that we have to do. And whenever we get newcomers, it's one of the things we tell them, like, start hanging out in the chats.
Yeah.
Let people get to know you a little bit, or recognize your name. Let them get used to seeing your name. Yeah. And then start popping into streams, and you're going to feel awkward as fuck at first. That's okay. We all felt awkward as fuck at first. And then gradually you get to the point where you cease to give a shit. And that's when it actually becomes fun.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But like anything else, the more you do it, the easier it gets. That's why I started this stream. First of all, my channel had just been pretty much dead.
Dude, everybody has anxiety and panic attack the first time they share their shit.
Oh, yeah. Definitely.
Either that or you're so confident and then you get your first fucking reply that destroys your shit. And you're like, ouch. It's one or the other. It's either you're highly confident or you put it out there and you're like, I hope people like it.
Yeah, and that's totally valid. And you have to understand that. Yeah,
more to cross your finger one.
Right. That's how I am. Because I don't know if my shit's any good, right? I mean, I like it, but just because the story connects with me doesn't mean that it's going to connect with other people. I'm just so grateful that it has.
Mm-hmm.
And in ways that I never expected. Like somebody was comparing me to Jodorowsky and said it made them cry. I'm just like, what?
Yeah, it's got some tear-jerking moments in there, man.
Well, you know what? They were tear-jerking moments for me when I wrote them. Mm-hmm. And that's the point, is don't fake the funk. If you put real heart and real emotion into your work, and thank God you're working with an artist that gets it, right? Like in issue 8, I needed an image of Kumba pissed off, like ready, like I am gonna fuck, like motherfucker, I'm gonna fucking kill you. Like I am literally gonna like tear your arms off and fucking stick them up your ass or twist you into a fucking pretzel. And he gave me that. Right? And I described it to him like malefic, right? Like just the look of murder in his eyes, and but that's the thing. If I hadn't been working with an awesome artist like Adrian, if I wasn't working with an awesome artist like Sim, that would fall flat. Preston always says that when you're making a comic book, you have 2 storytellers, and as you just have to make sure that you're both telling the same story. That's how I see it, anyway. Boy, I'm pontificating now.
Simpatico.
Yeah. How about we wrap this up, gentlemen? Real quick. Matt, your opinion of Texas Chainsaw Massacre Part 2.
Oh, I thought it was awesome, man. It's, again, like one of my favorites in the franchise. It's definitely fucking inspired Rob Zombie, obviously, to do a lot of his his Firefly or movies. And I give it 2 horns way up, man. It's an awesome movie. I can't wait to watch it again. I actually really want to go watch it again. It was epic. Yeah, definitely go check it out. Obviously, if you haven't checked it out, a lot of people probably haven't checked it out, especially the younger kids.
No,
go fucking watch it, dude. It's free on Tubi right now too.
That's one of the things that drives me crazy, and that's why Rob Zombie gets away with this theft,
because no one's seen it. Yeah,
because nobody's seen it.
Yeah,
except for hardcore horror fans.
Yeah, definitely. It's not like you can go get it at the video store anymore, and like they don't have it anymore.
Right? But it's on fucking Tubi.
It's on Tubi now, so you guys can go check it out.
Yeah, I mean, I would recommend getting this on Blu-ray. This particular Blu-ray, even though it has that shit saw cover that I showed you before, the colors pop. It looks fantastic. I want to get the Arrow version. I've heard that that's fantastic. Although first I gotta get their Return of the Living Dead, to be perfectly honest. Yeah, it's on Tubi. The link is down below, and I think a lot of people may not click on the links because they think maybe there's something shady involved. But it's just most people don't even know what Tubi is. It seems.
Yeah, a lot of people don't know. A lot of people don't know what Tubi is.
Yeah, and what's great is they have commercials, but the movies are unedited.
Yeah, so the movie's an hour and a half. It's going to be like an hour and 45 minutes.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's going to be spread out. You get your popcorn. I've said it before, and I'm going to continue to say it every time we do this. You go get your popcorn, you get your soda, you get your beer, you take your bathroom break, you come back. You just chill. Yes. You know what I mean? And me, I'm usually like drawing or watching it, looking up, and it's fucking awesome. And you don't have to watch it all. You can watch part of it one night.
Stop it.
You're getting tired, go watch it again. Sometimes these movies take me, 3 nights, sometimes 2 nights. Sometimes I'll blow them off. If we got a movie, I'll watch it all in one night. You know what I mean?
Right.
So yeah, Tubi's the shit, dude. Tubi's my go-to now. That's my shit.
Mine too, because they got the cult shit on there.
I put them above everybody though, like above Disney Plus, HBO Max. I have Disney Plus. I have HBO Max. I had 2 forms of Netflix. I had the mail away and the streaming. I put these motherfuckers above all that.
What the fuck's the mail away?
The mail away is old school Netflix.
Old school.
Okay.
2 in, 2 out.
2000. That was the original Netflix.
That was like, I can't find. I remember back when you used to do those horror talks. I'm like, hey man, I can't get these fucking Christopher Lee Hammer movies, dude, and not even mail away Netflix has them. And I think you used to say, you can get them from somewhere, you know what I mean? But now they're on fucking Tubi. Like a lot of them on
it's
Tubi.
Crazy.
Yeah, and and I had them on my queue, on my mail away queue. I had like Dracula's Risen from the Grave, fucking all these movies, and as soon as I got Tubi, I was like, oh, what the fuck? You know what I mean? Because they're a big influence on me as a kid. I watched a lot of the Christopher Lee Dracula movies specifically.
Oh man, I'm all about Hammer. You know me, I'm all about Hammer time.
What are we gonna watch next week?
I was just about to say
we have any ideas.
We have a great selection. I'm looking at the Tubi page right now. They got Split Second with Rutger Hauer. They have Life Force.
Oh, the Split Second, that was good.
That's the shit, dog.
Saturn 3, Wolf.
They got Wolf.
To do Wolf.
Oh, Split Second.
Yeah, we were
Wolf.
talking
All right.
about that.
All right. Okay.
All right.
So, Split Second. Let's do that.
Okay. All right. We'll do Split Second, and then maybe after that we'll do Wolf. Because I know you've been wanting to do that. And I
want to go watch Wolf right now. But,
yeah. What's this shit is on there? You can watch it for free.
Which one?
Yo. Wolf, the one with Jack Nicholson.
Jack Nicholson. Okay.
Right, and then there's one called Wolves, which is recent and a lot of fun.
I love that one. We got to space that one and Wolf out though a little bit. But
or we could do a double feature. And Scream, Blackula Scream. That's another one I want to do.
Just do it. The only reason we got to do them is because I don't want because they take. That's another thing about Tubi. They take them off. You know what I mean?
Yes. Oh, and they have Hell of the Living Dead on there now. Which, if we want to do like something that's just absolute trash, but like entertaining trash.
I want to give Wolves and Wolf two separate ones. Those movies are the shit.
They are.
There's only so many good Wolf movies in the last 30 years.
Which one's Wolves?
Wolves is the one with Jason Momoa.
Yes,
I haven't seen that one.
The shit.
It's directed by
David Ayer.
David Ayer's Solid Snake.
No.
It has practical effects.
David Hayter.
Thank you.
Solid Snake voice.
Right.
And there's Lemmy in there. No, sorry.
And the practical effects are amazing. Because they're the pug werewolves. They're like the Wolfman, right? And let me see if I can find actually a quick.
So cool, bro! I want to watch, dude. All these three movies. Okay, I almost feel like we should watch like a Wolf movie, then Split Second, then a Wolf, because I want to watch these movies. But
all right, we can do that. We can do that. We don't need to make a decision right now. But let me see if I can.
I don't think they're going to take them off, but we should just fucking jump on. They're going to jump. We should definitely like within the next month, or two. Well, let's do Split Second, man.
Okay.
What do you right, Sim?
Mm-hmm. No, that's Split Second.
Rutger Hauer.
Yes.
That movie's fucking creative. I remember seeing that shit like back in the day.
Yeah. Now look at that. Jared Leto, go fuck yourself.
That's what I'm screaming, dude. Like, dude.
Go fuck yourself. I am thrilled. Look, I don't get off on other people's failure. I really don't. Except in this case.
This is like the last one. This is like the last movie like this, like a badass looking like monster movie, action monster movie. I mean, obviously you have your Underworld, but this and the Wolfman were like the last. I mean, pug or no pug, dude. I mean, they don't really do monster action movies like this. Like this is in the realm of Blood Hunt, Sim. Badass.
It's fun.
And they should have done this. Like Leto should have had a rubber fucking face. He does. I think his face is CGI when he's a monster.
It is because he refused to wear any prosthetics. He refused. He's Leto though. If you why would you cast a male model? Because that's what he is. He's not an actor. He's a male model. Why would you cast him and then cover his pretty face with like hideous makeup?
I'm a fucking weirdo. Like I like and dislike movies for the fucking most weirdest things. Like you're fucking weird, man, and I don't own that. For me, I don't like Morbius, right? Because of him not wearing makeup on his face. It takes me out of
the but you're talking about a guy that probably like wakes up like the American Psycho and does the exfoliate cream on his skin to make everything to make sure everything is smooth.
Look at Momoa, dude. Look at
Momoa.
So
last thing he wants to put on his face is spirit gum and latex.
Oh my god! Yeah, exactly.
Look at Momoa, Tim.
That's pretty cool.
Isn't that amazing?
What's the name of that one?
Wolves?
That's Wolves.
Yeah, look at the detail.
That was when he was full fucking Conan mode, dog. Like when he was like before he got. I fucking like Aquaman. I'm sorry, that movie's fucking awesome.
I enjoyed it too. I just thought I had a lot of.
Okay, now I want Momoa to play in that.
Yeah, he could do that. I mean, Momoa's the shit.
Yeah, dude, there's a few people that could play. Like so far, like you had Scottman saying Scott Eastman. You had another person suggesting an actor. I didn't know, but hey, could look the part. Looks like not older. Then somebody came in. I think it was you, with the guy that played Dredd there.
Yeah, Carl Urban.
Carl Urban. And now I'm thinking of Momoa, and I just look at the drawing I have in my face of Nat, the cockpit scene, and I'm like, he doesn't have the nose.
Dude, there's a movie. There's a sci-fi movie he did where he has that haircut. He has that haircut. It was like an underground sci-fi movie. It was around the time around Guardians of the Galaxy came out because he tried out for the role and he turned it down because there wasn't enough dialogue for him. So it went to Batista. And then luckily Snyder swooped him up. But you could totally
you're talking
do like
about
a Boss
the,
Logic thing on that. Dye it red. Boom,
are you talking about the movie, the Riddick movie with Batista?
No, there's another movie with Momoa where he's got the Nat haircut. And he's like some bot. It's a sci-fi movie. I never seen it, but he's got the fucking almost the same hair, dude. But yeah, Momoa could do it. He could do a lot of that shit. I like Momoa. There's Hader right there. He's fucking lemmied up, dude. Look at him.
Oh no, that's not Hader. That's
Hader, bro.
Is it? I thought it was John Piper Ferguson.
I think that's Hader. Pretty sure.
I think it's Ferguson, but because
sure.
John Piper Ferguson is the actor who plays that character.
Pretty fucking cool.
Is it? I think it's Hader.
Okay, is it Wolves with a V?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Now, if you want to do Wolves instead of Split Second, we can always do Split Second next week.
Dude, we got time to decide. We don't need to decide right now.
I'm like Split Second. I have it. Wolves. I'm gonna have to watch it. Never watched it.
You want to do Wolves next week, then, Sam?
That's what I'm saying. Like, let's do Split Second because I know that one, and it's an easy rewatch. Like, I can just watch it while working. While I need to watch that one.
Yes. fellas,
give me an extra week. Give me like 2 weeks to watch it.
Fess up now.
Yeah, maybe the next week after. What do you think?
Let's do Split Second next week and Wolves after. We haven't done this before. Where we laid out 2 weeks. That'll give a bunch of people time to watch the fucking movies.
Yep.
Yeah, no, that's a good idea.
I don't
want to do it all the time.
Is Wolf supposed to be like a sequel to Wolf, or
nope?
It's a standalone.
It's its own movie. Yeah, and the werewolves in that are like hereditary werewolves. They're not the product of a curse or a bite.
Type I like. Yep.
Yeah. They're like born werewolves. And fess up, fellas. Would you or wouldn't you?
I would
that
not.
gives Furry a whole nother meaning.
Yeah,
I would not.
Oh, look at that makeup, man.
Yeah, it's solid, dude.
Look at that.
Solid. Yeah.
It's like really you can't. You got a $300 million budget for fucking Morbius, and you can't do this.
And they don't got to add hair to the motherfucker
yourself.
either, dude.
I know.
He can grow his sideburns out, dude.
Yeah.
And he don't even need sideburns though. Like Morbius, I don't even think Morbius.
No.
It's like.
Dude. It would be a simple makeup. You could even put that in a fucking low budget movie, and it could look great.
It's kind of cringe in a way. Like, dude won't put a fucking
it's
rubber nose
cringe.
on his face with a little bit of fucking glue. Like, literally, bro. Like,
go
of, like,
fuck yourself.
Paint. Like, what the fuck's wrong with you? And another thing is some of the CGI look kind of dodgy. Like, he's like
really
floating
bad.
around in a subway.
Yeah.
I was like, what the fuck? That looked like Spider-Man. Looked like Sam Raimi's Spider-Man CGI. Like not talking shit or nothing, like legit. Yeah. Like it looked rubber as fuck. There was no volume or density to the figure.
Right, or sense of gravity.
Yeah. I mean, I know he's fucking floating, he's Morbius, but still, you gotta have some fucking
Well, he's gliding. Morbius can't fly, he glides. But I don't but then again in that movie, I don't even think he's stuck looking monstrous. I think he turns it on and off because it's like, hey, it's Leto.
Hey, I'm gonna wear my rubber strips, but it's CGI.
Hey, baby, you know?
My buddy at work.
How fucking sexy I am. It's me.
My buddy at work said he liked it. I'm like, hey, he's like, hey, dude, isn't he like Batman? I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? Well, dude, doesn't he like use bats to like turn into like this like Batman? He's fucking Batman, right? I'm like, I mean, he knows he's not Bruce Wayne and all that shit. And I'm like, yeah, I guess he's kind of like Man-Bat. I mean, yeah, I guess. You know. But I'm like, hey, dude, I'll check it out later. I will watch it, but I'm not gonna like leave my house and physically go into the movie theater.
Fuck that!
Like
fuck
I'm doing
that
for the Northman. That one
I'll let you know when I'll let you know when I receive a copy.
Yeah, I'm sure it's probably already available through nefarious means.
Oh yeah.
Not just that is I also have some friends that sometimes work on them, so sometimes I get.
Get some dirt. Get some inside stories on how much of a.
Why? How do you think that? How do you think that I had some like not many, but a few of those movies in advance and watched them on my Discord with you guys?
Yeah, man. And that's another thing we should start doing. We should start getting the Discord and doing like group videos for sure. Yeah, I'm totally down with that, Sim. If you want to set that up, or if you want me to set
But
that up,
you know, I got a room to watch there. We just have to schedule it, and you post it on the thing, and we'll do it. Like
fuck
you
yeah.
guys have access to it. Like I don't have to be there neither.
Right, that's true. That's true. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, back in the Disney. Yeah,
Like I'll probably drop in because I like to watch stuff and work. But
And if you have a Facebook group, you can drop it in there too.
Yes.
There's a way you
yes.
can like simpatico all that shit. In the
yeah,
one thing.
if you go in my Discord, you'll see there's a whole bunch of room to promote your channel, your this, your Twitter. You like to promote people. You want people on, put in the promoters there. And
I think that's
people
a
that trying to
fantastic idea. I'm not saying
people
I
that
can
trying
do it
to-
all the time because
Right.
sometimes I gotta watch it at weird hours and shit.
Sure. Yeah.
But if I could jump in sometimes when everyone's
Right.
there and say what up and comment with them, like fuck this motherfucker, ooh that shit's gross. Ah shit, watch out. Ooh, you know what I mean? I'm gonna fucking do it.
Yeah, that's what's fun.
Why
Bitch,
not?
open the
You know what I mean?
door.
That's what I like about this shit. We could, it's all casual, bro.
Exactly.
But that idea
Exactly.
is fucking brilliant.
Right.
That's what, remember what we used to do with Ace? We used to do those movie watch along, and
Right,
we would go
yeah.
on Discord, watch them, but we could not
Yeah.
stream the movie. But people would have a reaction, so they could watch at the same time. So we give them timestamp. So people used to enjoy doing that because it's like watching a movie at the same time with us,
Yeah, you're
Exactly.
all watching it. It's community straight up.
and
You're
we all
there.
comment like motherfuckers because
Right. Because you're.
Look at that. Look at that
right,
shit.
Get that shit.
Yeah,
Vanilla right there.
I'm getting the extended edition right now.
From the writer
Is it
of
extended
hold on,
edition?
Hold on, Sim.
Yes,
hold on,
there's
Sim.
an extended edition
Hold on, Sim.
Oh,
You ready, Sim? From the writer of drumroll Watchmen.
from the writer of X-Men and Watchmen.
You like
Yep.
Okay, I'm not getting that movie anymore.
that?
Cancel.
So for sure, you guys are down with this.
refund.
This is your show, Brian, and all this. But are you
not.
down? I like the spontaneity of picking random shit all the time.
Yes.
I like that. I like not knowing it. But
Yeah.
for this, because of like sensitivity of timing of being on Tubi, you down to do Split Second next week and then Wolves the following week.
Fuck yeah.
Fuck
Fuck yeah. Yeah. And
Plenty of
and
time
this
for
is
everybody.
and this is my channel, but this isn't my show. Do you know what I'm saying? I'm just a cat herder. That's it, man. Anybody, it's the whole reason for doing this, man, is just to fucking chill out and have fun.
I remember this movie came out, dude.
Yeah, me too.
I wanted to see it in the
watching it
movie
soon.
theater too. And I don't think it came out in theaters either. And
No.
I think I was looking for like, where the fuck's this movie at? Like this shit
Right.
looks cool as fuck, dude. I think that is David Hayter, dude. I think that is. him.
I had that same feeling when I first grabbed that copy of Equilibrium. Nobody was talking about it. It was
yeah.
fucking.
Oh, yeah.
I stopped by. I picked it up at Blockbuster or something
Yup.
like that. All right, what the fuck is that?
Look at Mo's
Well, it
big
looks like-
fucking Lobo fucking Conan fucking
Yep.
out werewolf right there.
Beast
Sim.
mode. Yeah.
Fucking around type
But
shit.
But Equilibrium, yeah, it's like, oh, that looks like a Matrix
Rip off, but
But
fucking
then
just as good, if not better.
Oh my god. Oh my God.
I personally like it better.
There you go.
It's a terrific movie. I mean, I prefer the Matrix. I think
Me too.
it's incredibly clever. I
Yeah.
think it's like on a Star Wars level.
Yeah, but
Definitely.
that's the thing.
Equilibrium.
It's very push. While Equilibrium is something that could be happening like in the next few years.
Oh,
They're both creative as fuck though. Like they're both
Yeah.
like arguably just as good, just both as
Yes.
creative. And I will say that Equilibrium is better than any other Matrix after the first one.
Yes. Oh, it's not even close. Yeah.
Nope.
And two words. Gun kata.
Yep.
Yeah, gun fu, dude.
Yeah, the director Kurt Wimmer actually invented that in his backyard. There's footage of him in his backyard doing the katas with the fucking.
I was thinking that too.
I
was
love the
thinking
main
that.
message of it. It's about controlling your
Yes.
emotions,
Yeah.
Yes.
not suppressing them.
Yes.
Until you get to the point of the equilibrium. And dude, the way that it happens when you get so fucking agitated and you see the like, and then,
Imagine if they
Oh,
made
shit.
like
and you see
a
his fucking
prequel
face just like,
with
Yeah.
Sean Bean, bro. With Sean Bean.
Yeah.
yeah.
There's
Yeah.
another movie I wanna see, but I don't want to look like a jackass. But I'm gonna say it anyway, or I want to do on here. It's gonna piss you off, and it's gonna piss you off too, Sam.
Oh.
We're talking about it, and it's weird. It came full circle in my mind. I was thinking about this as I stepped out.
Okay, piss us off. Let's go.
Yeah.
I want to do. I want us to watch the Hitcher with Sean Bean and not Rutger Hauer. Oh,
Haven't seen it. Okay.
No, me neither. I don't even know what the
Done,
fuck you're
sir.
talking
guess
about.
who produced it?
Who?
The guy you hate,
Rob
Michael
Zombie?
Michael Bay. Platinum Dunes.
Oh,
and it went under the radar. It went under the
I
radar.
hate Michael Bay. What the fuck are you talking about?
I don't hate Michael
I hate
Bay.
some of his movies.
I think his movies are generally shit, but I think they're shit. I think Michael
He's
Bay
got
is
some
a
gems.
cynic.
He's got.
I
some gems.
think his movies are fun watching them, and they deliver what they're supposed to. But
Exactly.
I personally, that my pet peeve is that I think the Transformer thing went fucking airwire after
That
after
first one was the shit, dog.
First
That
one was amazing. The rest
fucking
was
intro scene. My buddy is like his favorite scene in the movie is the beginning. That whole fucking Air Force base scene. You know,
I've still never seen it.
it's fucking the shit, dude. You got to go watch it. Smoke a couple.
The first one is fucking
beer.
good.
It's the
Really?
shit. Hugo Weaving is fucking Megatron. You know, it's awesome, dude.
Oh,
It's a
okay.
straight
Look,
up.
it's like the Ninja Turtles, right? I really don't. I'm not
Yeah.
a big fan of the ugly giant turtle they came up with.
Yeah.
Like, they look fucking weird,
The
Oh,
original
yeah,
movie
yeah.
was good.
but
The original's
it
dark,
grows on you because the movies are pretty good.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
The Michael Bay ones are like, it's Michael Bay movies,
Yeah.
so you know
you know what you're
you're gonna have some branding, some this, some little commercial type of thing. But
Yeah.
it's Ninja Turtles. It's like a perfect. He succeeded. Is the only one to have succeeded to mix the classic turtle and the cartoon one.
This is it right here.
So in the second one, you actually get Bebop and Rocksteady.
Sean Bean,
Okay.
Ned Stark, from the producers of Texas Chainsaw Massacre. And
Okay.
I remember renting it one time and just being like, fuck, this is awesome. And everyone's like, dude, you haven't seen the original with Rutger Hauer? They made like a bunch of them, dude. Like, what the fuck?
Did you
They
guys
made
see
I'm
that
like,
one
fuck,
with Rutger
sorry,
Hauer.
dude. I still haven't got around to it. And I've been hearing all these praises about it, like the Hitcher with Rutger Hauer. Like, you got to watch this fucking movie. Like,
Oh,
it's
great. Yeah, classic.
second to Blade Runner, you know? And I'm like, well, Sean Bean's good too, you know. I like me
you
some
guys
Sean
ever-
Bean, you know. He's pretty cool.
Did you guys ever see that fucking Henry Rollins movie called He Never Died?
Yeah,
Yes.
that movie's awesome, dude.
Excellent.
I was
Excellent.
talking to.
I fucking
think
loved
was
it.
him with it.
Mhm.
Yeah, I really liked it, dude. It felt like a comic book for some reason. I don't
Yeah.
know why.
Yeah.
It reminded
good.
me a lot of Hellshock.
Mm.
Remember the Jay Lee movie Hellshock?
Oh,
the
yeah,
angel that lost his wing and he has the hole still in his back.
Mhm,
That's
mhm.
cool. I like that.
It reminded me of that a lot. Like, let's say it was him, but later.
Damn,
As
these
an
next
old
man.
2 weeks are going to be fun movies, dude. Like straight
Yeah,
up
they are.
fucking action-packed horror movies.
Yeah.
Straight up.
So, folks, remember, I always post in advance. I'm going to get better about that shit, by the way. So I'm going to start posting way in advance so that if you feel like it, you can hang out. You can watch the movie by clicking the link below. Or, then we'll start doing some hangouts on Discord. We'll start doing some watch parties.
Mm-hmm.
And,
Watch
yeah, man. And
Party!
it'll be smoke 'em if you got them.
Sorry, I had to do my bender.
No, it's all good, dude. That's all good. Okay,
Hey,
hold on.
quick question
Okay.
though, before we
Yes.
close, do you mind
Yeah.
if we close with those 2 little videos?
No, fuck no, dude. Load them shits up.
They're there.
They're fucking. Oh man, that shit is so fucking tight.
I'm gonna show 2 things real quick before you do that.
Mhm.
Okay, yeah.
So we got Tales from the Natverse art contest.
boom.
Me and like 3 other people. You guys got to get in there, okay? So this is my piece right here. And then we
Yeah.
also got
Yeah.
Brian's
Oh, dude.
Six Gun Gorilla.
Yeah.
I'm the only person that fucking did this. Brian's gonna close the campaign in what, like 2 weeks?
The only person who did
2
what?
weeks.
The fan art for Six Gun Gorilla.
Okay. I was
Yeah.
gonna say using the feet to shoot guns. I'm sorry. I was the first.
Oh, okay. There you go.
I'm
He's
like,
got
Brian, I'm
gappers
like,
on
how
his
the
head.
fuck you didn't use it? Like, he comes, he goes, oh, you're the first one. I'm like, you didn't do that yet. He goes, no. I'm like, what the fuck you waiting for? His name is Six Gun Gorilla.
I know. But there is a scene where he in 6 where he picks up a Winchester with his feet and throws it to Giuliano Schmidt.
Well, I
Yeah,
was thinking
dude,
of-
thank you
I was
so
thinking of
much.
Brian
That's so
right here.
beautiful.
He's got his
it's awesome.
suspenders on. See that?
Yeah. Oh my
Got Brian's
god.
suspenders on. He's shooting some gas.
And he actually has 6 guns.
He actually
Yeah.
has 6 guns.
He got a sawed off, and then he's got the couple
This
different
shit-
types of
You know,
revolvers.
Dude, this shit made me really happy when I saw it.
You know, I really, really love it, but I think you should have went full sex machine with that one.
Oh.
Double
Oh,
barrel.
yeah. Okay. Take a second.
Oh, and we didn't even praise Tom Savini.
Yeah, but dude,
I
come
love
on,
that
dude.
movie, man.
Just with
Such a
the
big
idea of the
influence.
suspender, You have the suspender there. You just have to lower it more. You know.
Oh man. Hey, you know what's funny though? Like that image was in my head for probably 2 months.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and I was like, "Fuck, I gotta get this image," because when I have an image in my head, it turns into a demon or a story. It turns into a demon that I have to exercise. And I tell my wife that she's like, "What the?" And that's the only way I can. That's the only way I can describe it. Where if I don't exercise it and get it out of me, whether it's good or bad, or if it's going to turn out good or bad or dog shit, I have to do it. Then I can move on.
I think of them not so much as demons as ghosts.
Yeah,
right.
Haunting you.
Yeah. Yeah, because I remember asking a teacher I really respected. It was just like, I got all these ideas. Like, where do I go with? Where are the ones that I do? What are the stories that I tell? And she said, oh, easy, the ones that haunt you.
Yeah.
And so if something's been sticking around in my head for like 2-3 years or something like that, it's like, that's the one that'll go with.
Mine was Six Gun Gorilla jumping off of fucking Western Cathedral, shooting a bunch of fucking guns at somebody, like falling down, screaming.
Awesome. Thanks so much, dude. Yeah, I got to get better about advertising that contest, and I should sweeten the pot too. I should throw in some more cool shit.
Throw in a figure.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right. Oh yeah, man. Yeah, and I'm steady fulfilling. I'm sending out books. Sent out a big batch of books yesterday.
I seen that.
Yeah. So
update.
Oh man. So fulfillment is afoot. But yeah, let's check out Sim's videos.
Here I go, you can't hide. Gonna find you and take it slowly. No matter where you run or where you hide, you will be mine. Let's rock.
Oh, hell yeah.
It's time we settle the score. Yeah. It's time we settle the score. Come on. Are you ready? Let's go. I got this hunger inside of me. A vicious vendetta that won't ever let up. It's bringing the fire up out of me. I come alive for the rivalry. I hear the talk, but that ain't enough. I'm about to pull the rug on your bluff. I'm fresh out of mercy, you out of luck. Yeah, I stand on my rep and I back it up.
Booyah.
There you
go. Fuck yeah. All right, everybody. I'm going to wish you peace, love, and soul, and we will see you next week. And watch out for the link in my twatter. But yeah, next week, split second with Rucker Hauer.
And don't miss Doodle and Chill return on Saturday the 9th. Yeah. And we're coming back with Tropical Magics as the first guest.
Yes.
Sweet.
Yes.
So Saturday, 1 p.m. Eastern.
Awesome. Go back, Butch Cleaver 2.
Yep.
Because you could get Butch Cleaver 1 with that shit, too.
Yeah. And there's a really, really sweet bottle opener that goes with it.
Yeah, there is.
And he's using the beacon method with his poster, and it worked.
Yeah. Yes. Full 100% beaconed out. I got it.
Hell yeah.
No, straight up. And I got Vaughn's button sticker or tape.
Yep. That's one of the kids that got it. Allie took it. She likes buttons.
Oh yeah.
I know. I need more. I need more merch.
But nobody touches my 6 a.m. stickers.
Yeah. Yeah. No. Hail, Mark. He's done so many stickers like for everybody's characters. It's a shit, man. Yeah. Those are always popular.
And when he opens for commission, reach out to him. He's not that expensive neither, and he's really cool.
Yes. Oh, yeah. Oh man, when he launches, he's gonna have an army behind him. You know, the amount of goodwill that he's built up over like the past couple of years. Oh my god, yeah. And Starfetched is gonna be lit as fuck. Look forward to that. And we look forward to seeing you next week, folks. Everybody who showed up in the chat, thank you so much. We do appreciate it. And hit that smash that like button and the subscribe and
Smash it like you mean it.
bell. Smash it like you mean it. All right, folks. Peace and love.